KNDY.
As the combines continue to roll and the sun sets on a beautiful Friday night from Saline County, high school football is on your airwaves. Valley Heights Mustangs and the Bennington Bulldogs will be our matchup tonight in our Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week. Welcome in to Bennington, Kansas. This is Max Blasky flying solo here tonight. We'll have your play-by-play and color all evening long. It is homecoming for the Bennington Bulldogs. Medilla Crook, Worry Miles, Denny Smith, Logan Gillett, Paige Rodenbeek, and Thane Trout are getting introduced pregame compared to halftime of most homecomings. So a nice surprise here on a beautiful Friday night from Bennington. Valley Heights Mustangs come into this contest on a 3-game winning streak, picking up wins against Onega, Donphan West, and Sacred Heart the last 3 weeks. Meanwhile, the Bennington Bulldogs come in scuffling as they are winless on the season, last losing to Republic County last Friday night, 18-14, in what is Bennington's first year back at 11-man action in 8 years. 2016 was the last year Bennington was an 11-man. They have been 8-man for the last couple of years, 8 years to be exact, and now back in the 11-man action. A district matchup here tonight, too, as playoff pictures start to shape form here in week number 4 or 5 of the high school football season. Valley Heights and Republic County tied with a 1-0 record in district play. Meanwhile, Bennington, Sacred Heart, and Harrington are all 0-1. We're going to get into those standings here a little bit later on in our pregame, as well as preview these Mustangs in the season that they have been having behind head coach Cody Trimble. We'll actually hear from him next as you're listening to the Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week here on KNDY FM 95.5. Marysville Dental Care, where Dr. Brittany and Dr. Zach are your number 1 rated dentist in Northeast Kansas. Go to MarysvilleDentalCare.com to book your visit and receive the dental care you deserve. Our pregame conversation with head coach Cody Trimble up for you next here on the Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week as the Valley Heights Mustangs and the Bennington Bulldogs square off coming up next on KNDY.
Dr. Brittany here with Marysville Dental Care, where your family's health is our top priority. Dr. Zach, our team, and I are the family dental home you've always been looking for.
Our comprehensive dental care is designed to serve all of your dental needs. Whether it's a routine cleaning, braces, or cosmetic work, we provide the highest quality of care with a comfortable experience. Visit our office across from the Marysville Courthouse or go to MarysvilleDentalCare.com to schedule a visit.
Have the smile you've always wanted with our team by your side.
Titan Trailer Manufacturing of Waterville offers a full line of horse and livestock trailers, flatbed trailers, utility trailers, dump trailers, stock trailers, cargo trailers, and custom trailers. Are you sensing a theme here? Trailers. If you need it, they have it. Not only do they have it, Titan Trailers are a higher standard of quality manufactured in Waterville. You're pulling the best with a Titan Trailer. Log on to TitanTrailer.com and find a dealer near you and see for yourself.
Ease the burden on your loved ones with pre-planning services offered through Christy Anders Funeral Home in Waterville and Anders Fifely Funeral Home in Riley. This is Jared Anders, and we can help you in assuring that your wishes will be taken care of, easing the decision process for your family. From service arrangements to special requests, let us take time to meet your exact needs. Find us online at apfunerals.com or visit us at Christy Anders Funeral Home in Waterville or at Anders Fifely Funeral Home in Riley.
Everyone's wanting to reduce, reuse, and recycle. How about reducing the amount of money leaving your bank account every month? With income-based living and reduced cable bill cost for everyone, Waterville Housing Authority is your housing partner. Enjoy maintenance-free and comfortable living in 1 or 2 bedroom apartments. Check out their Facebook page or call 785-363-2239. That's 785-363-2239.
Cottage Hill Ag Supply makes precision planting work for you. Put their experience and exceptional customer service to work when planning for the next planting season. Check their test plot results with quality seed lines including AgriGold and NC+. Set up assistance with your planner and adjustments as needed help you be more efficient. As a fellow farmer, Darren Jacobson can share his experience if you're new to precision planting. Count on top quality products with expert service and a commitment to go above and beyond for their customers. Go online to cottagehillagsupply.com. Welcome to the Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week pregame coaches interview with head coach of the Valley Heights Mustangs, Cody Trimble. Coach, you're coming off a nice 32-16 win over Sacred Heart last Friday night, a game that you had a big night on the ground, but what did you see from your team in that game?
Yeah, it was a pretty good attack on both sides of the ball for us. We ran for quite a bit of yards, and I felt like we had a really balanced approach too. Logan had over 123, I think, rushing, and Jaden had 98 rushing. Mac even got involved a little bit, had some decent yards, and then we were pretty balanced in the pass as well. So I felt good about the way we kind of spread the ball around to everybody and attacked them every way that we needed to get the win. Defensively, I felt like we played pretty well. Still got some things I'd like to see cleaned up there. I feel like a lot of the times when they were getting chunk plays or making things happen against us more times because we were not lining up correctly or something like that. So still working on cleaning some of that up.
I want to ask you, you were only up 4 at halftime and then come out and score 20 points in that third quarter. Just to see them come out of half, get some big scores. How important was that to see from your standpoint?
That was good. We're up 2 scores with like 7 minutes left. And right after that score, we talked about getting a stop and trying to go up 3 right before halftime. Didn't get that done. And then they ended up going and scoring right before half to make it a 4-point game. So we talked about some things we wanted fixed at halftime. And then I was happy with the way they responded to them kind of taking the momentum into half and going and regaining that to start the second.
And last one on that Sacred Heart contest, Cody, but I saw that you were 7 for 9 on third down opportunities there last Friday night. As you move forward through the season, how important is that to have that confidence in your offense to leave them out on third down, that they're going to be able to pick up important downs as the game goes along?
Yeah, that's a big deal. Always want to be efficient on the third down, but I think a lot of what we do is try to set that up on first and second down, not getting behind the chains and setting ourselves up with third and short as much as we can.
Now, as you shift your attention to Bennington tonight, Cody, this is their first year back in 11-man action after quite a few years at the 8-man level. What have you seen from the Bulldogs that you need to be prepared for tonight?
They might not have the best record. They've played some pretty decent teams to start the year, but they have some good-sized kids across the field, and then they also got quite a bit of talent. They've had success in other sports, and that talent is evident. So any night of the week, I feel like they could really turn it on and cause problems for anybody.
This has been the Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week pregame coaches interview with Valley Heights Mustangs head coach Cody Trimble. Stay tuned as kickoff between Valley Heights and Bennington is right around the corner on KNDY FM 95.5.
Twin Valley thrift shops are always updating with new arrivals. Check out the warehouse in Waterville and Twice But Nice in Beatty for a great selection of clothes, toys, games, home decor, everyday pieces. And at the warehouse, they stock furniture and more as well. Your purchase and, of course, your contributions benefit local residents served by Twin Valley Developmental Services. Both locations always accept donations of good, clean, quality used items you're no longer using. Visit the Twin Valley thrift shops in Waterville and Beatty.
The Blue Rapids Mercantile is layered with collectibles, everyday household items, and great finds that bring back memories. Stop in at the Sunflower Speckled Building along the highway in Blue Rapids and soothe that antiquing itch. Always homemade toffee, peanut brittle, sweetbreads, and more available year-round, along with a wonderful assortment of Harmony Hills jams and jellies with many great gift ideas for any size budget. With reasonably priced items, you can enjoy your treasures and come back anytime to the Blue Rapids Mercantile.
Mustang Motors in Blue Rapids wants to get you into a new ride today. Whether it be a car, van, truck, SUV, or even a new Hi-Sun side-by-side, Colby has it. And if it's not on the lot, they can find it. With easy financing options available and a warranty on everything that leaves the lot, you'll feel confident in your choice with Mustang Motors. Check them out online at MustangMotorsKS.com or stop by and check out what's on the lot in Blue Rapids. Mustang Motors, right on the highway, always right on the price.
This is Thad Argenbright with Performance Ag in Waterville, your Pioneer dealer. Our vision at Performance Ag is to deliver to you the very best in seed genetics from Pioneer, along with the best in service, which includes on-site seed treatment, direct delivery, and tender use. Call me, Thad Argenbright, at 785-313-3064 and find out why, with Pioneer from Performance Ag, you get more than a bag of seed.
It's your land. You know what you need to run your farm operation. And it's a lot more than just seed and soil, livestock, and farm machinery. That's why we're here to design a plan that fits your farm, your family, and your life. We're local and we're here to help you grow. Stop by and let's talk. Citizens State Bank, Marysville, Waterville, and Hanover. Member FDIC.
We're just making a living, making things grow.
Welcome back to the Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week. Max Blasky with you on the call from Bennington, Kansas, as the Valley Heights Mustangs and Bennington Bulldogs about 6 minutes away from getting started here. A little late start time than normal. Had the homecoming candidates announced earlier. Congratulations, Rory Miles and Paige Rodenbeek. You'll be hearing that Rodenbeek here later on for the Bulldogs in the backfield as this game gets going. As we look at our matchup tonight, the Valley Heights Mustangs come into this contest, as before mentioned, 3 wins now in a row after that tough 20-14 loss in Week 1 versus Centralia. The Mustangs took care of Onega in Week 2, 42-40, handled Donovan West 61-14 in Week 3, and just last week took on Sacred Heart in a big rushing attack, a 32-16 win there for the Mustangs. This offense just a hair over 37 points per game. The defense, too, as well this year has been very good for the Mustangs, only allowing 17 points per game here in this contest. As you look at the Mustangs on the season so far, the good rushing attack of Jaden Dewald and Logan Gray are back for the Mustangs this year. The quarterback, Max Shanks, has been especially effective in the quarterback position, not only with the legs, 125 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns, but through the air, too, as well. This Mustang defense, triple option, but Shanks is 12 for 14 passing the ball. That's good enough for 75% completion percentage. Of those 12 passes, 6 of them have went for touchdowns, 4 of them to big tight end number 23, Royce Ekstrom, as the Mustangs come running out of the field here, ready to get this contest going. We talked about the defense, too, as well, 17 points per game for the Mustangs this year. They're led in the middle again by Gavin Crowder and Charlie Waters. Waters making an impression as a sophomore this year. We'll talk more about him when we get into starters here in just a little bit. But defensively, too, as well this year, the Mustangs not as disruptive in the backfield early on, but already 13 tackles for loss. That's good enough for 3 1/4 tackles lost per game as we're through 4 weeks of the season. We're going to take one more time out. When we come back, we'll take a look at starters for the Mustangs and the Bulldogs here tonight on our Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week on KNDY FM 95.5.
Looking for a spot to refuel you or the whole team? Make the Route 77 Corner Store your ultimate pit stop. From Hunt Brothers Pizza and soft serve ice cream in Blue Rapids to hand-breaded fried chicken and fish in Waterville, fountain drinks, snacks, and sweet treats. Save on fuel with the Dino Pay app every time you hit the road. To take a break or stay on the go, let the Route 77 Corner Stores of Blue Rapids and Waterville fuel you up for your next road trip.
Landall in Marysville is invested in their team, facilities, products, customers, community, future, and excellence. For over 60 years, a family-owned company focusing on quality workmanship products and employees. Congratulating their team members with their loyalty and hard work that's paid off with a 12-year profit-sharing average of 12.42%. Thanks for all you do in making Landall Company stand out above the rest. Employment opportunities available. Go online at landall.com/careers. EEO Vets and Disability, welcome.
Sapp Brothers Petroleum works hard to be there for you when it matters most. Their goal is simple: to be your number one source of propane, lubricants, and extreme premium diesel fuel. And they'll reach that goal by treating you like family and giving you service that makes you want to come back. Proudly serving Kansas with locations at Blue Rapids and Hanover, Sapp Brothers thanks all of their current customers. If you're not a current customer, call the winning team at Sapp Brothers locations in Blue Rapids and Hanover today for all of your propane and fuel needs.
Donut Day is coming! Donut Day? What's that? Free donuts for Blue Valley customers.
October is National Cooperative Month, and Blue Valley Technologies is here to celebrate. Swing by on Friday, October 25th, before work or school for donuts, coffee, and hot apple cider. Drive through our west parking lot from 7 to 10 a.m. The first 25 people through get a free stocking hat.
Other various prizes are available.
At the beginning of every crop year, you get only one chance to get it right. Start your season off with a seed you can trust. Plant DeKalb Asgrow. They have a full range of products that have proven themselves year after year. Parker Seed can provide the right seed for your environmental conditions. There's no room for error. Call Parker Seed to start your season off right. When you call Todd Parker, he'll put his knowledge and experience to work to help you make the right choices. Call today, 562-6687. That's 562-6687.
The band has the crowd fired up. The teams are on their sidelines. It is about game time here in our Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week broadcast. Again, Max Blasky with you here tonight. Opposite of this broadcast, over on our sister station, AM 1570, FM 94.1, the state-ranked and undefeated Marysville Bulldogs have made the trip down to Abilene, about a stone's throw away from us up here at Bennington. So good contest over there tonight between the Cowboys and the Bulldogs. We've got a great one here between the Mustangs and the Bulldogs coming up for you here next. Taking a look at starters, we're going to start with the home team, Bennington Bulldogs, in this one. Size along the front line is a key tonight, or will be an indication this evening, as we'll get into that here in just a little bit. Mustangs are going to have to be solid up along the offensive line, which they have been all season long, come out of here with a victory. Starters for Bennington, it will be number 0, Lorenzo McVeigh, 5'6", 140 senior in the backfield. Logan Gillett, 5'11", 235 senior. Number 5, Isaiah Garrett, a 6'1", 150 junior. Number 7, Cole Casper, a 5'9", 150-pound sophomore. Homecoming King, number 30, Paige Rodenbeek, 5'11", 155 senior. Number 52, Carson Hobby, a 5'9", 305-pound junior. Number 54, Clayton Schamberg, a 6', 185-pound freshman. Number 65, Jackson Kidd, a 6'2", 215-pound freshman. Number 66, Tyshawn Jones, a 6'8", 400-pound senior. Number 74, Oscar Dix, a 5'9", 180-pound senior, and number 80, Braden Gobble, a 5'10", 160-pound sophomore. In the backfield tonight for Bennington, it will be Rodenbeek, McVeigh, and Casper, along with Gillett, will be many of the names that we'll be mentioning here this evening. We talked about that size. If you didn't hear it, up on the offensive line, 6'8", 400, 6'2", 250, 6', 180, and 5'9", 305. So size up front for the Bulldogs here this year. Again, back in 11-man action for the first time in 8 years. As for the Valley Heights Mustangs, a few changes to the starters here tonight offensively, but not many compared to the first game that we had in week number 1 versus Centralia. Up on the line, starting at center, it will be number 55, Ben Argenbright. At guards, number 61, Creighton Smith, and number 54, Charlie Waters. Outside on the outside tackles, 58, Lawson Stryker, and number 60, Gavin Crowder. Tight end, Roy Sackstrom, number 23, along with Tristan Pearson, number 5. In the backfield, Max Shanks, number 10, back at quarterback. Logan Gray in the fullback position after 120-yard rushing attack last Friday versus Sacred Heart, along with do-it-all running back and all-state running back Jane Dewalt, number 21, in the backfield. And getting the started tonight at slot back, number 2, Caden Dummermuth, a senior. The Mustangs going with 7 seniors starting, 3 juniors. Lone sophomore up front is Charlie Waters. We are ready for kickoff here tonight. Mustangs elected to receive this opening kickoff. We're going to go about east to west here as the sun is setting on a beautiful night here from Bennington, Kansas. Mustangs in their road white tops, purple Mustangs, and purple letters front and back, gray pants. Bennington in their home black, the gold stripe down the side, gold stripe on the shoulders along with gold bulldog on the back. First play is going to be a front line. I think the Mustangs did jump on it. Good job by the hands team getting on there, recovered in their group of James Bolkin, I believe also in there too, Aiden Unruh getting in there. So the Mustangs here offensively, they're going to get their first crack at it now with this running attack. We mentioned it earlier, had a big game against Sacred Heart just last week. Team accumulated 310 rushing yards on the ground, 123 of those to Logan Gray. Going to be Shanks under center, Gray to his left in the backfield, DeWalt with 3 receivers left. We're going to run left now, far side across the 50, where the Mustangs are going to get started at. DeWalt breaks 2 tackles after being stopped near the line of scrimmage, picks up a good gain of about 8 or 9 yards. Good start there for the All-State running back, Jaden DeWalt. They're going to give him 9 on the first rush of the game. Beautiful night for some football, kind of interesting situations up here. Get a call from a deer stand. I don't think I've ever done that yet in my high school football calling career. The beautiful facilities down here at Bennington, always pleased to be able to come in, visit some different schools we don't get to throughout the year. 2nd and 1 now, Shanks under center. It's going to be power left side. DeWalt finds a hole. DeWalt finds a second hole, down to 20, down to 30, and he is gone. Touchdown, Mustangs, for a 45-yard touchdown on the second play of the game. The Mustangs get this offense started early and often. Before we could even settle in, it is 6-0 on the 45-yard touchdown run by number 21, Jaden DeWalt. Extra point now, it will be Royce Ekstrom trying to make this a 7-0 game, just start of the first quarter. Ekstrom, right-footed kicker, gets the kick down, up and through the goalpost. No. I got to work on my vision a little bit here early on some extra points. Haven't seen them yet this year. Nonetheless, Mustangs get this offense going early on a 45-yard touchdown run by Jaden DeWalt. They lead 6-0 early on in this first quarter.
KNDY.
If it's after the game or ringing in the weekend, let Jocks in Waterville be the spot to grab a cold one with your favorite crowd. Catch your favorite team on game days, including K-State, KU, and the Valley Heights Mustangs, still located on the south side of Main Street in Waterville. Open Monday through Saturday, 2 until 9. Stop in and find a place where you're always welcome. Cheers. We'll see you at Jocks, a proud supporter of Valley Heights activities. Go Mustangs.
What is shining like that?
Oh, it's just my teeth.
Whoa, how'd you get them so white?
It's easy. I go to Gray Family Dental. They've been serving Northeast Kansas for over 19 years and have locations in Marysville, Blue Rapids, and Frankfort. With all that experience, they really know what they're doing.
Really? They sound amazing.
They sure are. Remember, if you want the whitest teeth in the business from a local employer who supports your schools and community, go to Gray Family Dental. Schedule your appointment by calling 562-5323 today.
It did not take long for this Mustang offense that averages 37 points per game to get on the board. They are off and roaring here early on a 45-yard kick or run by Jaden DeWalt for a touchdown on the second play of the game. Return up to the 35, Isaiah Garrett, the 6'1 junior for the Bennington Bulldogs. So we'll get them started right at the 30-yard line as their offense will take the field. They're going to be led by senior quarterback Paige Rodenbeek, 5'11", 155. Shifty senior in the backfield watching them warm up. This Bennington team, too, will go spread offense as we see it here. 2 receivers to the left and right. Rodenbeek in the backfield with Gillett to his right. Mustangs come out 4 defensive linemen, 2 backers in the middle. Gavin Crowder and Charlie Waters good here early on. It's going to be a sweep right side, and there's some speed now from Lorenzo McVeigh, goes all the way from the 30 to the 49-yard line. So a 19-yard run there by McVeigh on the sweep to the right side of the Mustangs defense. As early on, both of these teams finding the edge to pick up big chunk yards early on. Talking to head coach Cody Trimble throughout the week, too, on our KNDY Coaches Corner, he said eliminating those big plays are going to be a key for his defense here so far this year. And first play, something to work on early on. In the backfield again, it will be Rodenbeek with Gillett to his right. Two receivers left and right. It's going to be a draw up the middle to Gillett. Gillett bounces it to the right side, evades one tackle, now finds a seam. Down across midfield and all the way up to the 40. Back-to-back big runs now by this Bennington Bulldog offense. That's going to be a first down. So on a second down and 1, a pickup of 10 yards brings up a first down now at about the Mustang 40-yard line. Been calling 8-man action the last 2 weeks. Get used to this 50-yard field. Spread formation again here for the Bulldogs. Two receivers left, two receivers right. Garrett goes in motion right to left. A little touch pass to him as he tries to find this left-hand edge. Near side, breaks one tackle, then gets swarmed by a bevy of Mustangs. Jane DeWalt along with Charlie Waters in there for the tackle. Mentioned Waters early on defensively, the lone starter for the Mustangs this year. Second on the team with 27 tackles, 12 of them solo from his outside linebacker position this year, playing very good football. That pickup of 4 yards there for McVeigh. McVeigh gets another run, and they'll miss communication in the backfield. Going to be tackled after a gain of about 3 or 4. Brought down by Host. Pickup of on a second down and 6. Pickup of 3 now will bring up a third down and 3 here for Bennington. And a big first opportunity for this Mustangs defense to get a stop in their own territory at the 34-yard line. Ball on the left hash. 4 down linemen for the Mustangs. Bennington goes spread again with 4 wideouts. Backfield will be Rodenbeek in the gun. Hard count. Bout gets Valley Heights the jump. Good job by the defensive end to stay put. Rodenbeek looks in the near side. Quick throw. Out pattern is going to be caught. Tackled immediately close to the sticks. I think it's going to be called short by this near side judge. So on a third down and 3, they pick up 2.5 on the quick pass to McVeigh on the outside. Rodenbeek now 2 for 2 here early on passing, and Bennington's going to go for this. 0-4 on the season on homecoming. I don't blame him here. 4th down and 1 from the Valley Heights, a 32-yard line. Ball on the left hash now. Mustangs 4 defensive linemen, 3 backers in there, including Logan Gray up on the far side. 1 tight end left side, 2 receivers split, 1 each side. Undersitter will be Rodenbeek, and he's going to be close. I think he did not get the push. What's going to be the call here? And they are calling it, from our vantage point, looked a little short, but we're not the ones to make the calls up here. Good job by the interior of that Mustang defensive line, putting their nose to the ground. They're going to force an official timeout. The Lawson striker, Creighton Smith, Ben Argenbrecht, too, coming up big on that left side of the defensive line, might force Bennington here on a 4th down stop, which would be big for the Mustangs early on in this contest. Already up 6-0. So far on the season, they've only allowed teams a 58% completion percentage on these 4th downs. A big stop to make it 0-1 here early on for the Mustangs. He is going to be short by about a foot. Good stop there by the Mustangs on the no-yard run by Paige Rodenbeek, as quarterback power did not work on that one. Turnover on downs for the first offensive possession for Bennington. We'll give this Mustangs offense back the ball. A lot of field to go. It's going to be at the 32-yard line. But with this 6-0 lead, Jaden DeWalt started this contest off with a 45-yard touchdown run on the second play of the game. Looking for the same here on the second possession. DeWalt goes in motion. It's going to be a pass. Shanks looking near side against the sideline. Finds Caden Dummermuth against the sideline for completion. It's going to be a first down and some on that one. That goes all the way across the 50. So from the 32 to the 51 as Mustangs go fast here. Power right side as DeWalt breaks the tackle, looking for the outside. Now gets across the 30, across the 20, down to the corner. 10-5 touchdown Mustangs. A 32-yard touchdown run by number 21, Jaden DeWalt. Already his second here on the evening will make this contest 12-0 Valley Heights, and we're not even midway through the first quarter. Shanks on that nice, impressive pickup. We're going to give him 15 yards early on, but coming out throwing on the first play of this drive, I think got the Bennington defense a little on their heels, then went quick power to the right side, and DeWalt took it to the house. Will be Ekstrom again for the extra point. Holder will be Brady DeWalt. This one is up, and this one is good for number 23, Royce Ekstrom, making it a 13-0 game. First quarter action, 7:09 still left to play. Mustangs lead this one by 2 scores. You're listening to the Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week on KNDY FM 95.5.
Danes Automotive and Tire in Waterville and Marysville is your reliable automotive repair shop. Servicing engines and transmissions, ACs, radiators, exhaust, and diagnostic checks. Did you know Danes does tires? Carrying all major brands and sizes from trucks, ATVs, trailer, and farm implements, Danes Automotive and Tire has you covered. With over 85 years combined experience, your locally owned and trusted repair and tire shop is Danes Automotive and Tire in Waterville and Marysville.
Get the good stuff.
Superior quality at competitive prices. It's right around the corner at your Napa Auto Parts store, Blue Rapids Auto and Hardware. Napa has over 310,000 parts and accessories for auto, truck, farm, and small engines. Plus, all Napa brand parts are backed by a national warranty program. Need answers or advice? Just ask the friendly parts professionals at Napa at Blue Rapids Auto and Hardware. They're ready to help.
Get the good stuff.
Quality you can trust at prices you can afford at Napa Auto Parts, Blue Rapids Auto and Hardware.
Sun's not even completely set here, and Mustangs already lead this one 13-0 in the first quarter. 2 big runs by Jaden DeWalt. He's touched the ball 3 times and has 2 touchdowns to his mark, a 45-yard touchdown run and a 32-touchdown run, making this one 13-0. Kicking off for the Mustangs will be Ben Argenbright. This little pooch kick now. Ekstrom gets it on the left side. Will be taken by the up man for Bennington right about the 35-yard line is where the Bulldogs will get their second offensive possession going. Bulldogs did drive down the field. They got all the way to about the Mustang 32-yard line on their first drive, but on a 4th down and about 6 inches, they lost another 6. As a good job by the Valley Heights Mustang interior defense, including Lawson Stryker and Creighton Smith, came up big for the Mustangs. Defense out there again, too, as well. Defensive line of Argenbright, Stryker, Smith, and Pearson looking to make some havoc or cause some havoc here tonight. McVeigh goes in motion, right to left, now swings back around, kind of like a little Tyreek Hill route. Good job by Gray to get in the backfield and buried by a group of Mustangs for a big 5 or 6 yard loss. First man there that made him stop was Logan Gray. Also in on that tackle, Charlie Waters, and a host of other Mustangs. Now a 2nd down, and I think they're going to call it a 17. So Mustangs all over this run game defensively here early on. Bennington got to the outside on the first 2 times. We talked about the size these Bulldogs have in the middle, but they tend to like to run outside of the tackles, use the speed. There are some athletes on this team. So far, Mustangs have been up to this challenge. Mustangs 2 deep safeties now. Inside, little handoff to Gillett. Gillett's going to get it down the right side, close to the original line of scrimmage. On a 2nd down and 7, Gillett, on that name. Logan Gillett's going to pick up 6 yards on his 3rd run of the night. We'll bring up, though, a 3rd down and about 12 to go here for Bennington. On their own 33-yard line, Bulldogs come up in the gun. Rodenbeek with Gillett to his right. 3 receivers right side, 1 left. Shotgun snap here as Rodenbeek rolls right. Looking to pass on the run. Defense stepping up, now throwing far side. Smack along the Valley Heights sideline there by number 15, Brady DeWalt, coming up big. Hit from the safety. Pass was complete along the far sideline to Cole Casper. No, it wasn't. Incomplete. I thought he held on to that. I wouldn't have held on to that as DeWalt laid the wood over on Casper on that far sideline. So incomplete pass there for Bennington. Now a 4th down and 12 deep inside their own territory. Let's see what the Bulldogs choose to do here. Already trailing in this one, 13-0, 5:30 left to play in this first quarter. Isaiah Garrett will punt this away for Bennington. It will be Royce Ekstrom back to receive the punt, standing at about his own 30. And now we've got a flag, usually in the indication on the offense, false start on the offense. First penalty will go against Bennington here early on in this one, making it now a 4th down and 23. Kind of an interesting setup down here in Bennington compared to other places. Normally we're on the home sideline. Actually, here we are on the away sideline at Bennington, so facing the home crowd. Good crowd here. Good group of Valley Heights Mustangs, too, that made this trip down south. Punt just barely gets away. Ekstrom's going to watch this one bounce once. Now take it near side. Gets past the 40, up to the 45, driven out of bounds there. And Mustangs will get started at about their own 44-yard line. Gives me a chance to remind you that every Wednesday at 7:30 a.m. and 12:30 p.m., myself and TBL Spots own Jeff Wirtz hosts the TBL Rundown, a comprehensive look at everything going on inside the Twin Valley League fall sports action. We're going to be talking football playoffs before we know it. Twin Valley League volleyball getting started here in of the month, too, as well. League meet coming up before we know it. On their third possession now, Mustangs looking to go 3 for 3 on touchdowns as they lead now 13-0. It's going to be a second man through the hole give to DeWalt. DeWalt's wrestled down. It will be for a loss, but DeWalt has the last laugh so far in this one. For 5, I think. It's going to be a pickup. Actually, no gain on that one, as DeWalt has already manufactured 86 yards on 4 rushes here early on in this first quarter. Second down and 10 now for the Mustangs, 4:45 left to play. 2 fullbacks in the game. It's going to be third man through. DeWalt looking to bounce it out near side. Good block there by, I believe that's going to be Creighton Smith up top getting a big block. Yes, it was. Creighton Smith, the guard, coming through, getting a good second-level block. On a second down and 10, DeWalt's able to pick up 7 yards. Bring them now a more manageable 3rd down and 3 just across the 50-yard line into Bennington territory. Shanks will be under center. Gray and Aiden Unruh in the backfield. Unruh's going to get the run left side. Unruh through. There he goes. 30, 20, 10-5. Touchdown Mustangs, but a late flag back here about 20 yards down the field. Good run there by Aiden Unruh. But let's see where the laundry came out. A Mustang come up kind of with hands in the air saying, no, I didn't block him, but it's right in the middle area. Could be a block in the back. If it stands, it's going to be a 48-yard touchdown run by Unruh on his first touch of the game. White Hat still talking it over right about the 35-yard line. Mustangs gathering around trying to figure out what this call is going to be. Touchdown is going to be the call, so a 45-yard touchdown run, 48-yard touchdown run by Aiden Unruh as the Mustangs continue to pour it on. Already 3 touchdowns here, and we've still got 3:54 left to play in this first quarter. Touchdown is good, making it 19-0. Ekstrom will be on now for the extra point, as that penalty was called on Bennington. Royce Ekstrom. Brady DeWalt will be the holder. Down on one knee, trying to make this a 20-0 game. Snap good, holds down, almost blocked. Ekstrom got it away, though, and up and through. It is now 20-0. The Mustangs all over the Bennington Bulldogs here in the first quarter. You're listening to the Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week on FM 95.5.
Titan Trailer Manufacturing of Waterville offers a full line of horse and livestock trailers, flatbed trailers, utility trailers, dump trailers, stock trailers, cargo trailers, and custom trailers. Are you sensing a theme here? Trailers. If you need it, they have it. Not only do they have it, Titan Trailers are a higher standard of quality manufactured in Waterville. You're pulling the best with a Titan Trailer. Log on to TitanTrailer.com and find a dealer near you and see for yourself.
Where do you turn when the unexpected happens? You may wonder what's next. Who do I call? What should I do? We at Christy Anders and Anders Fifely Funeral Homes are here to assist by providing support and personal services while helping create a beautiful and unique tribute for your loved one. We're proud to offer affordable, personalized packages to fit any budget. You can find us online at apfunerals.com or visit us in Waterville at Christy Anders Funeral Home or in Riley at Anders Fifely Funeral Home.
A key for the Mustang defense was to eliminate big plays. Well, let's make a key for their offense to get the big plays. Mustangs, 3 touchdowns, all of them over 30 yards, all of them on the ground and still in the first quarter. Kickoff by Ekstrom's going to go to the front line, taken in. That's where the Bennington Bulldogs, about their own 30-yard line, will get started. Mustangs were able to kick off on the Bennington 40-yard line thanks to that penalty by the Bulldogs on the touchdown run by Unruh. Now Bennington backed up deep inside their own territory. We mentioned it in the pregame. This is the first time Bennington has been back in 11-man action in 8 years. They have been 8-man for the last couple. Happened to actually see them last year as 8-man up at Washington. Pretty good team last year, but 11-man, whole different ball game. It will be Rodenbeek in the backfield. To his right, Gillett will get the halfback draw, and he's going to be buried in the backfield there. Tackle for loss by the Mustangs. Couldn't tell who that was. Coming up hot, though, from his defensive line position, Gavin Crowder was the one that came in there. Crowder, a leader on this defense the last 2 years for Valley Heights, showing why now deserves that starting spot every week. Loss of 4 there on the halfback draw to Gillett. The duo on defense of Gavin Crowder and Charlie Waters, before mentioned it, the 2 underclassmen on this defensive side. Waters, the only starting sophomore, really made a name for himself here early on in this year. It's going to be a pass attempt, deep shot, right side, has a man short in defensive coverage. Caden Dummerman comes up with the big pass break up. Rodenbeek and a man streaking down the far side. Isaiah Garrett got behind Dummermuth, or looked like he was going to, but the senior comes up big on the pass breakup, now bringing up a 3rd down and 14 for Bennington. Bennington so far this year, we mentioned it in the opening, they are winless in 4 starts. Offensively, only scoring 12.5 points per game, but defensively allowing 42. Mustangs are already halfway through that, and we're not even through the first quarter. Rodenbeek in the backfield, guns set again with Gillett to his right. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Looking back to pass will be Rodenbeek, kind of nonchalant. Mustangs bring the pressure up the middle. Rodenbeek has to get out to the right side, throws across his body, finds a man short of the first down, but it will be a completion. We're going to call it 11 yards there as Cole Casper pulled that one down. Bringing up now a 4th down and about 3. So 4th and a long 3, as the announcer says here from Bennington. Wouldn't be surprised if the Bulldogs go for it here. Trailing 20-0, first quarter action. Mustangs up big early on 3 explosive runs, 2 by Jaden Dewald and 1 by Aiden Unruh. Touchdowns of 30-plus yards on each of them. Actually, it will be a punt now, so Isaiah Garrett will be back to punt for Bennington. Royce Ekstrom stands at about his own 30. About 10 yards of return. The last punt he had an opportunity to take back. Looking to do the same here on this one. Punt gets blocked inside by the Mustangs. Garrett gets back on it, but a good job there. I believe Tristan Pearson was in there, one of them helping make the block. And defense comes up big again. Mention his name. Charlie Waters at the bottom of that pile, too, as well. So a failed fourth down. Actually, we're going to call that a blocked punt on Bennington's third offensive possession here tonight. Mustangs 3 for 3 with 3 touchdowns. Bennington 0 for 3. Turnover on downs, a punt, and now a blocked punt, too, as well. Back to work. Shanks under center. Gray behind him in the fullback. DeWalt in the tailback. Dunnermuth goes in motion, tied in, now goes back out. Rolls out right, looking for Dunnermuth. Looks downfield, has a man. Royce Ekstrom caught, juggled, but a touchdown. 26-yard touchdown pass from Max Shanks to Royce Ekstrom as the Mustangs pour it on here in the first quarter. That's their fourth first-quarter score, making it 26-0. As Shanks found Ekstrom for that 26-yard touchdown. For the extra point, the man that caught that touchdown, Royce Ekstrom, trying to make it 2 straight extra points, puts that one up, puts that one through, and it is 27-0. Valley Heights Mustangs on the extra point by Royce Ekstrom. And the Mustangs are rolling here in our Friday night featured game on KNDY FM 95.5.
Everyone's wanting to reduce, reuse, and recycle. How about reducing the amount of money leaving your bank account every month? With income-based living and reduced cable bill cost for everyone, Waterville Housing Authority is your housing partner. Enjoy maintenance-free and comfortable living in 1 or 2 bedroom apartments. Check out their Facebook page or call 785-363-2239. That's 785-363-2239.
Cottage Hill Ag Supply makes precision planting work for you. Put their experience and exceptional customer service to work when planning for the next planting season. Check their test plot results with quality seed lines including AgriGold and NC+. Set up assistance with your planner and adjustments as needed help you be more efficient. As a fellow farmer, Darren Jacobson can share his experience if you're new to precision planting. Count on top quality products with expert service and a commitment to go above and beyond for their customers. Go online to cottagehillagsupply.com.
Unload your unwanted or unused items and benefit local residents with disabilities through the Twin Valley Thrift Shops. Have some good used things taking up space? Drop those off anytime at the warehouse in Waterville or Twice But Nice in Beatty. For larger lots of garage sale leftovers, furniture, and the like, call to arrange pickup. Every donation sold benefits Twin Valley Services and their local residents. Learn more online at twinvalleyfriends.com or stop by the warehouse in Waterville, plus used furniture and appliances, or Twice But Nice in Beatty.
Squib kickoff here is going to be taken by Isaiah Garrett. Gets it about the 25-yard line, gets them to, let's call it the 34-yard line too as well. Garrett comes up a little lame as he came from the bottom of that pile. The Mustangs are not taking any prisoners so far here tonight. 4 for 4 on touchdowns. Jane DeWalt with 2, Aiden Unruh with 1 to his name, and Max Shanks just found Royce Ekstrom for a long touchdown, too, as well. I was trying to find the stat. Ekstrom now has 6 catches on the year. 5 of them are touchdowns. Pretty effective, to say the least. 2 running backs set now. Still in the gun will be Rodenbeek as McVeigh and Gillett fan him. Rodenbeek looking left side, has a man, dumps it off short, off one tipped player. Finally will be caught by Isaiah Garrett. Not how that one was expected to go, as that went off the hands of the intended receiver, Cole Casper. Garrett was just right behind Casper. 5-yard completion there for Rodenbeek. We'll get this drive going for the Bulldogs. Reminder, opposite of this broadcast, undefeated and state-ranked Marysville at Abilene over on AM 1570, FM 94.1, as Bruce Deerking has that call and what should be a great league matchup there tonight. Rodenbeek back in the gun now, near side with Gillett to his left. 3 receivers right side to the big side. Blitz coming up the middle. Mustangs almost get there. Screen pass far side. Garrett brings that one in down the middle of the field. Good enough for a first down, but not much more after that. 6-yard pickup. We're going to call it an 8-yard pickup there as Isaiah Garrett gets his third catch of the night as the clock rolls down under 30 seconds. Brayton Smith in there again for the tackle for the Mustangs. It has been a dominating effort by both this Valley Heights offense and defense so far here in this first quarter, as Bennington, I believe, will just let this clock run to the end of the break. After one quarter, 27-20 is our score. Mustangs on top big. You're listening to the Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week on FM 95.5. Dr. Brittany and Dr. Zach are your number one rated dentists in Northeast Kansas. Go to MarysvilleDentalCare.com to book your visit and receive the dental care you deserve. 27-0, Mustangs on top. We're back after this.
The Blue Rapids Mercantile is layered with collectibles, everyday household items, and great finds that bring back memories. Stop in at the Sunflower Speckled Building along the highway in Blue Rapids and soothe that antiquing itch. Always homemade toffee, peanut brittle, sweetbreads, and more available year-round, along with a wonderful assortment of Harmony Hills jams and jellies with many great gift ideas for any size budget. With reasonably priced items, you can enjoy your treasures and come back anytime to the Blue Rapids Mercantile.
Mustang Motors in Blue Rapids wants to get you into a new ride today. Whether it be a car, van, truck, SUV, or even a new Hi-Sun side-by-side, Colby has it. And if it's not on the lot, they can find it. With easy financing options available and a warranty on everything that leaves the lot, you'll feel confident in your choice with Mustang Motors. Check them out online at MustangMotorsKS.com or stop by and check out what's on the lot in Blue Rapids. Mustang Motors, right on the highway, always right on the price.
27-0 is our score. Chance to remind you that every Thursday we talk with head coach Cody Trimble on our Coach's Corner right about 5:20 following evening sports. I'm sure we'll chat this game as well as Valley Heights' upcoming schedule too as well, which looks to be loaded in district play, including Harrington, Republic County, and Marion last game of the year. It's going to be a run the left side for no gain. Ball actually came out. New running back in the contest here for Bennington will be Aiden Lewandowski, the 5'11", 185-pound sophomore, getting his first tote. Picks up of no gain for Lewandowski. First possession of this second quarter, Bennington looking to at least move the ball. They moved it to the Mustangs 32 or so on their first drive, but since then, Valley Heights has not let them get past midfield. A block punt, too, as well as a turnover on downs for Bennington. Throw now as Rodenbeek looks right side. He's going to be sacked in the backfield. Big sack there by the Mustangs. Charlie Waters and Ben Argenbright come in to wrestle him down. We're going to give that sack to Argenbright as he came off that defensive edge. Tackle could not stack up with the senior. Brings up now a third down and about 14 on the sack. Mentioned the stat earlier in this contest, too, as well. Mustangs, that's only their fourth sack in 4 weeks here so far, but they now have 15 tackle for losses through 4 weeks. So getting in the backfield, defensive line has been dominant for the Mustangs. Third down and 14 now for Bennington at their own 45-yard line, and head coach Brian Schamberg wants to take himself a timeout. I don't blame him. We'll take it with them. Mustangs lead 27-0.
This is Thad Argenbright with Performance Ag in Waterville, your Pioneer dealer. Our vision at Performance Ag is to deliver to you the very best in seed genetics from Pioneer, along with the best in service, which includes on-site seed treatment, direct delivery, and tender use. Call me, Thad Argenbright, at 785-313-3064 and find out why. With Pioneer from Performance Ag, you get more than a bag of seed.
You work night and day to get the crop in. You worry about the weather. You worry about prices. You have repairs to deal with at the worst possible times. It's a lot of work and a lot of worry. But when it's all said and done, you wouldn't trade places with anyone. Making things grow is in your blood. It's in ours, too. We're a community ag bank. Citizens State Bank. Marysville, Waterville, and Hanover. Member FDIC.
On a 3rd down and 14, Rosenbeek runs to the middle, throws across his body, incomplete as he was going for Isaiah Garrett. And now a 4th down and 14 upcoming for Bennington. Once again, the Mustangs, well, they got pressure. They didn't bring pressure. They got pressure. James Bolkin in there, able to get in the face of Rosenbeek, only bringing 4 are the Mustangs. So this defensive line so far here tonight has been exceptional. The group of Argenbright, Warders, Creighton Smith, and Lawson Stryker doing work against this Bennington line. Last punt that Bennington attempted, Valley Heights got on it for a block. Let's see what they can do here as more protection is in for the Bulldogs. Back to receive will be Royce Ekstrom. Back to punt again will be Isaiah Garrett. Garrett gets this one off. Wobbly kick to the far sideline. Only gets to about the Bennington 40-yard line as the Mustangs will get started. Or excuse me, at the Mustangs 40-yard line will actually get started at their own 35. Just under 10 minutes left in the second quarter. 27-0 is our score. Jaden Dewalt started this game off with a 45-yard touchdown run. 1 minute into this contest, actually specifically 56 seconds. Dewalt got a second one of the game 3 minutes later on a 32-yard touchdown run. Aiden Unruh with a 48-yard touchdown run midway through the first. And Max Shanks found Royce Ekstrom for a 26-yard touchdown at the end of that first quarter. Dewalt's going to get a run down the right side, finds the edge, gets good enough close to a first down. Actually going to re-wrapped up after a gain of about 7 for Dewalt on his 6th rush of the evening. Was talking a little bit beforehand. This Bennington team has a lot of size. Mustangs doing a good job of getting outside the tackles, trying to get to the outside, use their speed against the size of the Bennington defense, and so far have been working. Shanks under center. He's going to look near side. Good job on not throwing the screen pass here near side to Caden Dunmermuth. Shanks is going to take a sack, but right in the face of Dunmermuth was Isaiah Garrett. That was a walking pick six if Shanks would have thrown that one. So Mac's going to eat that one for about a negative 2-yard loss on this sack, but it probably saved 6 points for this Mustang offense. We talked about Shanks early on. Of course, last year, Carson Smoons, senior, transfers in for Eureka, leads the Mustangs to a great regular season. Shanks stepping in was the starter his sophomore year, took a year off, and now just looks more composed under center now as a senior. We mentioned it, over 80% completion on his passes, not putting him in positions he is not comfortable with. It's going to be a run left side. Dewalt actually takes it up the middle. It's going to be close to a first down. On a 3rd down and 6, they're going to give them 6.5. So back-to-back 6-yard run now by Jaden Dewalt, and Mustangs get themselves another first down. First down and 10 now at the 46-yard line. Valley Heights driving on their 4th possession of the evening. Shanks under center, fullback Gray, tailback Dewalt. Fake left side, now goes right. Dewalt is pounded in the backfield, stepping up for a big loss there. Aiden Lewandowski, the sophomore, just got into the game offensively for the Bulldogs, now come up and drills Dewalt for about a 3-yard loss on the misdirection power. There was a flag on the play. Didn't see where it came from. Let's see what the official call is. He's signaling personal foul, chop block on the Mustangs. So first personal foul or first flag accepted on the Mustangs here tonight. Memory serves correct. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty on Valley Heights. Valley Heights so far this year has done a decent job in the penalties. Was going through the book or the stats sent over by Cody Trimble earlier today. Most they have in a game so far this year is 3, and that was last week at Sacred Heart. First one here tonight is going to walk them back. Now 1st down and 25 after that chop block penalty. 2 receivers left, I formation for the Mustangs. It's going to be a fake to Dewalt. Has a man down the middle of the field. That's Ekstrom. Ekstrom first down across the 30, and he's going to be tackled right there. That went from, we're going to give it the 35. We're going to call that a 35-yard pitch and catch from Max Shanks to Royce Ekstrom. their second big completion already, and Mustangs go quick. Quick power eye again, right side. DeWalt breaks down the middle. First down and more for the Speedy Mustang. From the 31 now down to the 20. No, we're going to call it the 18. Big pickup there for DeWalt. About 14 yards for the Mustangs on that one. First down and 10 now to go inside Bennington territory, inside the red zone. Ball's going to set, I believe, right at the 17 is where they're going to call it. Shanks under center, I formation. Going to be first man through. Gray's going to get this run. Stop for a handful on Logan Gray's first run of the evening down the right side. Pickup of, we're going to give him 3 on that one. Gray had himself a huge game last Friday at Sacred Heart. 123 yards on the ground. 1 touchdown, too, as well, on only 14 attempts. That's going to be 8.8 yards per carry. Gray gets a second carry in a row now down the right side. Good enough for a first down on the second down run. So now a first down inside the 10-yard line. The lights off on the east side of the field. As Mustangs driving now deep in Bennington territory. 6 minutes left to go here before halftime. 27-0 is our score. Mustangs jumped out early in the first 56 seconds of the game and have not looked back. Power formation, Gray and DeWalt in the backfield. Dummermuth, split wing left side. Going to be an option sweep. No, Shanks is going to keep that. I think a little miscommunication there between Shanks and DeWalt in the backfield. Will be a loss of 1. Will go against the quarterback. Max Shanks already took a sack so far here tonight. Now a loss of 1 will bring down a second down and 7 from the 7-yard line. Mustangs doing a good job tonight, too, as well as changing the tempo. They did it with that Ekstrom catch there just moments ago. They did it with the Dummermuth catch early in the first quarter, but going quick after a big play. Now more back to the more traditional pace of play. From the 7-I formation, DeWalt goes sprinting left. It's going to be power up the middle. Logan Gray lowers his shoulders from the 7 or from the 9. He's going to be stopped about a yard short. So from the 9, we're going to give him a 7-yard run there for Gray. As it is now third down and goal, actually from the 1. So an 8-yard run there by 7-yard run there by Gray again because it was from the 7. Third down and 1 to go. Probably about 6 inches for the Mustangs. I formation, 1 receiver left, 1 receiver right. DeWalt goes in motion, and there's going to be a flag as 2 Mustangs went in motion. DeWalt went screaming left out of the backfield. Kane Dummermuth on the right side thought that shift was for him, so that's going to walk the Mustangs back 5 yards now. Third down and 5 to go, or third down and goal to go now, from the 6-yard line. This is by far the longest drive of the Mustangs so far here tonight. Didn't check clock when they got the ball, but have already ran at least 3 or 4 minutes here of the second quarter clock off. I formation, 3rd and 6 to go. Shanks under center. He's going to roll out right, look towards the back of the end zone. Ekstrom goes high, but it's going to be incomplete off his fingertips. Good defense there by Bennington as the safety in the backfield, Isaiah Garrett, was there to knock that pass away. First incompletion by Shanks here in this one, and we'll see what the Mustangs choose to do, leading 27-0 with 4 minutes left to play here before halftime. It looks like it will be an extra point attempt tried by Royce Ekstrom. Supposed to be about a 21-yard field goal here for Ekstrom. The right-footed kicker gets it up. It's tailing to the right and no good as the score will stay where we're at, 27-0. But Valley Heights gives Bennington possession deep inside their own 10-yard line. We're going to step away for a break. We're back after this with our Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week.
Looking for a spot to refuel you or the whole team? Make the Route 77 Corner Store your ultimate pit stop. From Hunt Brothers Pizza and soft serve ice cream in Blue Rapids to hand-breaded fried chicken and fish in Waterville, fountain drinks, snacks, and sweet treats. Save on fuel with the Dino Pay app every time you hit the road. To take a break or stay on the go, let the Route 77 Corner Stores of Blue Rapids and Waterville fuel you up for your next road trip.
With the break in action, gives me a good chance to remind you that tomorrow in Blue Rapids, the Blue Rapids Road Ramble will be happening. Grab your ATVs, UTVs, and your riding partners. Swing on down to Blue Rapids. Registration starts at 8 a.m. going until 10 o'clock at the Community Center in Blue Rapids. Mustangs here leading 27-0. Bennington deep inside their own territory. It's going to be a draft halfback draw up the middle. 5-2. Small gain for Gillett. No gain, actually, is going to be the official marker. So Mustangs looking to hold this Bennington offense down deep in their own territory, right where they are at. Clock rolling, 3:20 left to play. This homecoming night here in Bennington, so it looks like the dance team's getting ready for a halftime performance. Out on the field, though, Bennington football, not much of one, trailing 27-0 here in the second quarter. It's going to be a rollout right side quarterback designed run for Paige Rodenbeek, as Rodenbeek's going to be dropped for maybe a 1-yard gain. Logan Gray coming up with the big tackle from his sub-linebacker position there. Now 3rd down and 9. As Valley Heights defense has not allowed this Bennington offense to get any sort of traction here in this contest. Ball on the right hash on the 21-yard line of Bennington. Mustangs defense, 4 down linemen. Looking to get pressure on Rodenbeek here on this 3rd down. Blitz does come up the middle. Rodenbeek runs right. No crossing patterns. Rodenbeek running out of room. Right side, flips it across his body. Incomplete, but we're going to have a late hit out of bounds as Rodenbeek took a shot there from the Valley Heights defense, gets back up, but once again, Ben Argenbright delivering the hit on Rodenbeek. I think he was out of bounds, wasn't by much. It's hard to slow that momentum. So it'll be roughing the passer right back to a 1st down. Second accepted penalty by Valley Heights in this one. And we'll give Bennington a free 1st down. Can't fault the effort by any means on that one. Quarterback running right. Defensive end trying to get himself another sack. Bennington offensive line not helping out their quarterback much, if at all, tonight so far. So now 1st down and 10 after the personal foul. Ball at the 35-yard line of Bennington. Bulldogs looking to get on the board. Gun formation here, blitz up the middle by Valley Heights, and buried in the backfield. Ben Argenbright makes up for that one pretty darn quickly. Loss of 4 there as buried in the backfield. Again, mentioned Logan Gillett could not get any momentum going. Loss of 4 on the play. Mentioned the tackle for losses by the Mustang defense this year. Already lost count. Lone man running here tonight, but at least 4 or 5 tackles for losses here in this one. 90 seconds left to play before halftime. Valley Heights leading this one 27-0. In the shotgun, Rosenbeek takes this snap. Man to his right, rolls right now, steps up, looking to run in the middle of this Valley Heights defense, gets up close to the 1st down. As Rodenbeek will pick up, we're going to give him 7 yards on that one. Clock continuing to run here on Bennington. Taking their time, though, as we go under 60 seconds. Ball still on the 31-yard line of the Bulldogs. Mustangs just looking to get out of this half with zeros on the board. Coming up at halftime, too, we'll take a short break, come back here, give final first half thoughts and analysis, as well as look at the stats before we get a look at the area news and weather. 38 seconds left to play here. 3rd down and 3, ball on the 43 of Bennington. Mustangs bring blitz up the middle and drew him offside. Mustangs have been bringing James Volkin all night long. That one just got a little bit too antsy across the offensive line. 5-yard penalty, first down for Bennington. Clock, though, does continue to roll towards halftime. In the gun, Rodenbeek takes this one before the snap gets off. Head coach for the Bulldogs, Brian Schamberg, will take his second time out of the half. We'll take it with them. Mustangs lead 27-0.
Landall in Marysville is invested in their team, facilities, products, customers, community, future, and excellence. For over 60 years, a family-owned company focusing on quality workmanship products and employees. Congratulating their team members with their loyalty and hard work that's paid off with a 12-year profit-sharing average of 12.42%. Thanks for all you do in making Landall Company stand out above the rest. Employment opportunities available. Go online at landall.com/careers. EEO Vets and Disability, welcome.
Every great team has shared qualities that separated them from all else. Whether you're talking about the 72 Dolphins, the 92 Dream Team, the Fab Five, or the Magnificent Seven, you can count on one thing. The vision was clear and the commitment was obvious. High standards were set and improvement was never ending. At Sapp Brothers, our goal is simple: to be your number one source of propane, lubricants, and extreme premium diesel fuel. And we'll reach our goal by treating you like family and giving you service that makes you want to come back. Join our team, Sapp Brothers Petroleum, in Philly, Crete, Lincoln, Humboldt, and Hanover, Kansas.
16 seconds to go before half. Bennington looking to get on the scoreboard. Ball at their own 48-yard line, though. 52 yards to go if they want to get there. Only one timeout in their back pocket. Valley Heights has been blitzing. Looks like they're going to hold off here now. Rodenbeek in the gun. No blitz from the Mustangs. Only rushing 3. Rodenbeek rolling right. Kinds of gives a little flip pass out of bounds into the cheerleaders. Clock stops at 9 seconds now. 9 seconds. Second 10. 2nd and 10. Rodenbeek passing so far here tonight. He is only 5 for 9 for 32 yards. Big receiver on the evening, Isaiah Garrett. 3 receptions for 19 yards so far here tonight. Logan Gillett on the ground for Bennington. 6 rushes for 10 yards. Meanwhile, Rodenbeek does have himself 4 yards on 4 rushes as well as this Mustang defense. Strong as ever here at this homecoming matchup for Bennington. Timeout's going to be called. This one's going to be taken by Valley Heights. So we'll take one more timeout. Coming up on halftime here with 9 seconds left. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Donut Day is coming! Donut Day? What's that? Free donuts for Blue Valley customers.
October is National Cooperative Month, and Blue Valley Technologies is here to celebrate. Swing by on Friday, October 25th, before work or school for donuts, coffee, and hot apple cider. Drive through our west parking lot from 7 to 10 a.m. The first 25 people through get a free stocking hat.
Other various prizes are available.
Max Blasky back with you on our Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week. Give me a chance to remind you, football does not end on Friday at KNDY. Not so fast. The KU Jayhawks looking to get back on the winning streak at Arizona coming up tomorrow. That contest on KNDY FM 95.5. 9 seconds to go before half. Mustangs rush 3. It's going to be 4 vert spatters here. Rosenbeek runs right, gets a good side block. Rosenbeek looking to cut back inbounds. Creighton Smith gets a hold of him. Runs out the clock after a 10-yard run, and that will take us to halftime on that rush by Rodenbeek. It's been all Mustangs in this first half as they lead 27-0. We're back after this word from our sponsors on the Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week.
At the beginning of every crop year, you get only one chance to get it right. Start your season off with a seed you can trust. Plant DeKalb Asgrow. They have a full range of products that have proven themselves year after year. Parker Seed can provide the right seed for your environmental conditions. There's no room for error. Call Parker Seed to start your season off right. When you call Todd Parker, he'll put his knowledge and experience to work to help you make the right choices. Call today, 562-6687. That's 562-6687.
If it's after the game or ringing in the weekend, let Jocks in Waterville be the spot to grab a cold one with your favorite crowd. Catch your favorite team on game days, including K-State, KU, and the Valley Heights Mustangs. Still located on the south side of Main Street in Waterville. Open Monday through Saturday, 2 until 9. Stop in and find a place where you're always welcome. Cheers. We'll see you at Jocks, a proud supporter of Valley Heights activities. Go Mustangs.
What is shining like that?
Oh, it's just my teeth.
Whoa, how'd you get them so white?
It's easy. I go to Gray Family Dental. They've been serving Northeast Kansas for over 19 years and have locations in Marysville, Blue Rapids, and Frankfort. With all that experience, they really know what they're doing.
Really? They sound amazing.
They sure are. Remember, if you want the whitest teeth in the business from a local employer who supports your schools and community, go to Gray Family Dental. Schedule your appointment by calling 562-5323 today.
Max Blasky back with you here on our Game of the Week broadcast. The Valley Heights Mustangs handling the Bennington Bulldogs here early on, 27-0. It is halftime at homecoming for the Bulldogs. Already announced the winners early on this evening. Again, a congratulations to Rory Miles and Paige Rodenbeek on homecoming queen candidates coming from a former candidate. Kind of fun honor to get when you're in high school. It's been all Mustangs, though, as they are spoiling this homecoming for the Bulldogs. They lead 27-0 at halftime. They started off early and often, did this Valley Heights offense. 56 seconds into the contest, Jane Dewalt broke a 45-yard touchdown run down the left side, making it 6-0 after the failed two-point conversion. Valley Heights forced a turnover on downs. On Bennington's first offensive possession, Bennington drove down to the Mustangs' 32-yard line, but on a 4th down and 1, turned it into a 4th down and 2 as the defensive line for the Mustangs, who we'll get into here in just a bit, have been having a heck of a game. Mustangs took that turnover on downs, punched it in with a 32-yard touchdown run by Jaden Dewalt, making it 12-0 at the 7:09 mark in the first quarter. Royce Ekstrom extra point was good on that one. At the 3:54 mark, Aiden Unruh on his lone touch of the night so far broke off a 48-yard touchdown run down the left side, making it 19-0. It was 20-0 after the extra point from Ekstrom. On the third possession for Bennington, they went to punt it, but it was blocked by the Mustang defense getting in there. One of many players, Charlie Waters and Ben Argamright, came from the bottom of the pile. Don't have an exact number on who blocked that, but the front line defense for the Mustangs came up big with the punt blocked. At the 1:35 mark, Mustangs took their next possession down for another touchdown as Max Shanks found Royce Ekstrom for his first touchdown of the night on a 26-yard strike. Ekstrom turned around, put in the extra point, making it 27-0. All four scores in the first quarter for the Mustangs. They did try to field goal about the 8-minute mark in the second quarter, but ended up no good from Ekstrom, making it 27-0 as the Bennington Bulldogs can't find anything offensively. Offense numbers for the Mustangs before we move on to Bennington. Shanks is 3 for 4 passing, 76 yards, and that one touchdown before mentioned. Receiving in Royce Ekstrom, 2 catches for 61 yards, a touchdown. Caden Dummermuth has that other 15-yard catch. On the ground, Aiden Unruh, that lone 48-yard touchdown to his mark. Max Shanks has taken a sack and taken a loss, so -3 yards on 2 rushes for him, but that sack would have saved an easy pick 6 for Bennington. Logan Gray, after a 123-yard performance last week versus Sacred Heart, has 17 yards on 3 rushes, all of those in the second quarter. And All-State running back Jane Dewalt doing it as he does. 8 rushes, 119 yards, 2 touchdowns to go along with it. He's averaging just a hair under 15 yards per rush here in this contest. As for the Bennington Bulldogs, not much to talk about offensively. Quarterback Paige Rodenbeek is 5 for 9 for 32 yards. 3 of those receptions goes to Isaiah Garrett for 19 yards. Lorenzo McVeigh has 1 reception for 2 yards, and Cole Casper has another reception for 11. On the ground, Rodenbeek is 5 rushes for 14 yards. Logan Gillett has 6 rushes for 10 yards. And Lorenzo McVeigh, who broke off a 19-yard run to start this contest off, only has 2 rushes for 12 yards in the first half. Again, Mustangs leading here at halftime, 27-0. We're going to take another timeout. When we come back, though, we'll take a look at scores in action elsewhere around the league and over on our sister station, AM 1570, FM 94.1. Marysville Bulldogs have a lead over Abilene. We'll look at that score after word from our sponsors, a look at national news, weather, and we'll be back here to Bennington on the Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week, where Dr. Brittany and Dr. Zach are your number 1 rated dentist in Northeast Kansas. Go to MarysvilleDentalCare.com to book your visit and receive the dental care you deserve. We'll be back after this word from our sponsors on the Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week on FM 95.5.
Danes Automotive and Tire in Waterville and Marysville is your reliable automotive repair shop. Servicing engines and transmissions, ACs, radiators, exhausts, and diagnostic checks. Did you know Danes does tires? Carrying all major brands and sizes from trucks, ATVs, trailer, and farm implements, Danes Automotive and Tire has you covered. With over 85 years combined experience, your locally owned and trusted repair and tire shop is Danes Automotive and Tire in Waterville and Marysville.
Get the good stuff.
Superior quality at competitive prices. It's right around the corner at your Napa Auto Parts store, Blue Rapids Auto and Hardware. Napa has over 310,000 parts and accessories for auto, truck, farm, and small engines. Plus, all Napa brand parts are backed by a national warranty program. Need answers or advice? Just ask the friendly parts professionals at Napa at Blue Rapids Auto and Hardware. They're ready to help.
Get the good stuff.
Quality you can trust at prices you can afford at Napa Auto Parts, Blue Rapids Auto and Hardware.
KNDY has been your sports leader of local teams since the days of leather helmets.
Well, okay, not that long, but since the days before the Blue Valley and Nemaha Valley Leagues combined, for over 40 years, KNDY has been your source for scores, interviews, and live play-by-play action of your favorite teams all season long. The game and technology may have changed, but our coverage remains the same. KNDY, your area sports leader, on air, online, and on our mobile app.
Get ready to ride with the Blue Rapids Road Ramble Saturday, October 5th. A breakfast served at the Blue Rapids Community Center kicks off the day at 8 a.m. with registration open until 10:30. All riders leave the square at 11 with a free will donation chili and cinnamon roll supper open to the public at the fairgrounds starting at 5 p.m. brought to you by the Blue Rapids Community Action Team. Amazing prizes and a 50-50 raffle to top off the day. Find the Blue Rapids Road Ramble on Facebook for all the information. Grab your riding partner, side-by-side, or ATV and ride the countryside with the Blue Rapids Road Ramble October 5th.
Titan Trailer Manufacturing of Waterville offers a full line of horse and livestock trailers, flatbed trailers, utility trailers, dump trailers, stock trailers, cargo trailers, and custom trailers. Are you sensing a theme here? Trailers. If you need it, they have it. Not only do they have it, Titan Trailers are a higher standard of quality manufactured in Waterville. You're pulling the best with a Titan Trailer. Log on to TitanTrailer.com and find a dealer near you and see for yourself.
Ease the burden on your loved ones with pre-planning services offered through Christy Anders Funeral Home in Waterville and Anders Fifley Funeral Home in Riley. This is Jared Anders, and we can help you in assuring that your wishes will be taken care of, easing the decision process for your family. From service arrangements to special requests, let us take time to meet your exact needs. Find us online at apfunerals.com or visit us at Christy Anders Funeral Home in Waterville or at Anders Fifley Funeral Home in Riley.
Max Blasky back with you here from Bennington, Kansas, as the Valley Heights Mustangs lead 27-0 on this homecoming night for Bennington. Valley Heights playing spoiler here early on in this one. Some score updates to pass along for you. First over on our sister station, AM 1570, FM 94.1. Marysville Bulldogs lead Abilene 14-7 at halftime. Elsewhere around the Twin Valley League, scores courtesy of TVL Sports Spotlight. Reminder, too, that Jeff Wirtz and myself are on KNDY every Wednesday at 7:30 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. for the TVL Rundown, a look inside Twin Valley League athletics throughout the year. At halftime, Centralia up on Morrill Hill, 24-0. Lynn on top of St. John's Beloit Tipton, 20-12 at halftime. Bulldogs looking for their second straight win. No surprise here that at halftime and final score, Frankfort defeats Thunder Ridge 54-66. And the big story throughout the state was, will Axtell win 44 straight games? And I can confirm they do. The Axtell Eagles shut out the Wakefield Bombers 50-0 game called at halftime, as Axtell now owns the longest winning streak in 8-man history in the state of Kansas. The team that held the record before them, the Hanover Wildcats. The team that ended that record for the Hanover Wildcats, the Axtell Eagles. Twin Valley League has some pretty darn good football. Another Twin Valley League team here, successful tonight, 27-0 for the Valley Heights Mustangs at halftime. We're going to take one more break. You're listening to the Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week here on KNDY FM 95.5.
Dr. Brittany here with Marysville Dental Care, where your family's health is our top priority. Dr. Zach, our team, and I are the family dental home you've always been looking for.
Our comprehensive dental care is designed to serve all of your dental needs. Whether it's a routine cleaning, braces, or cosmetic work, we provide the highest quality of care with a comfortable experience. Visit our office across from the Marysville Courthouse or go to marysvilledentalcare.com to schedule a visit.
Have the smile you've always wanted with our team by your side.
Everyone's wanting to reduce, reuse, and recycle. How about reducing the amount of money leaving your bank account every month? With income-based living and reduced cable bill cost for everyone, Waterville Housing Authority is your housing partner. Enjoy maintenance-free and comfortable living in 1 or 2 bedroom apartments. Check out their Facebook page or call 785-363-2239. That's 785-363-2239.
Cottage Hill Ag Supply makes precision planting work for you. Put their experience and exceptional customer service to work when planning for the next planting season. Check their test plot results with quality seed lines including AgriGold and NC+. Set up assistance with your planner and adjustments as needed help you be more efficient. As a fellow farmer, Darren Jacobson can share his experience if you're new to precision planting. Count on top quality products with expert service and a commitment to go above and beyond for their customers. Go online to cottagehillagsupply.com.
Twin Valley Thrift Shops are always updating with new arrivals. Check out the warehouse in Waterville and Twice But Nice in Beatty for a great selection of clothes, toys, games, home decor, everyday pieces, and at the warehouse they stock furniture and more as well. Your purchase and, of course, your contributions benefit local residents served by Twin Valley Developmental Services. Both locations always accept donations of good, clean, quality used items you're no longer using. Visit the Twin Valley Thrift Shops in Waterville and Beatty.
And a reminder to thank all our sponsors that made this broadcast possible, including Titan Manufacturing, Christy Anders Funeral Home of Waterville, the Waterville Housing Authority, Cottage Hill Ag Supply, Twin Valley Developmental Services, the Blue Rapids Mercantile, Mustang Motors, Performance Ag, the Citizen State Bank branches, Route 77 corner stores in Blue Rapids and Waterville, Landall Company, Sapp Brothers Petroleum, Blue Valley Technologies, Parker Seed, Gray Family Dental, Jock's Bar in Waterville, Dane's Automotive, and Blue Rapids Auto and Hardware. These businesses help bring these broadcasts to you every Friday night, so remember to always support local and support those businesses that support your schools. Bennington will receive the second half kickoff. Valley Heights won the opening coin flip there, get the words right. Elected to receive the first half kickoff, and that was a good sign. Jane DeWalt took the second play of the game, 45 yards for a touchdown, and the Mustangs have not looked back since, as it has been all Valley Heights in this district game, an ever so important district contest, as we will get into those games coming up here as the second half of this high school football season gets underway. It's hard to believe that just the other day we were getting started, and here we are halfway through this season. Of course, in this district, here it is the Valley Heights Mustangs, Bennington Bulldogs, Sacred Heart, Republic County, and Harrington. Valley Heights already one win over a district opponent with Republic County and Harrington up next on the schedule. It'll actually be Harrington first and then at Republic County, as it is senior night next Friday for the Mustangs at home for their final home game of the 2024 season after coming off an exceptional season last year, one that saw the Mustangs go 9-3 on the year, make a sectional round run, eventually lost to Medicine Lodge. Mustangs looking to get back to that position again this year. Kickoff was taken at the 20, got up to about the 30, and that's where Bennington's going to start their first offensive possession here of the second half. Gun formation, as always, is going to be halfback draw. Up the middle, Logan Gillett gets it for about 3 or 4. Mustang defense, again, coming out strong in this second half. We mentioned it multiple times in the first half, but this defensive line of the Mustangs, Ben Argenbright, Lawson Stryker, Creighton Smith, Tristan Pearson have been excellent so far here tonight. And the linebacking core, Logan Gray, Charlie Waters, Gavin Crowder, Royce Ekstrom coming up. A big hit from Brady DeWalt, too, as well. Caden Dummermuth and Jane DeWalt on the corners. This defense has been stout all evening long, and they have been this year, too, as well. Defensively, holding opponents so far this year through 4 games under 800 total yards to 66 yards per game passing, and only 150 on the ground. Second down and 7 now after the 3-yard run by Gill. It's going to be a screen pass far side, and Logan Gray about walked that one right into the end zone. It was a screen pass here near side. Gray came from his outside backer position, had that one hit him dead in the chest. Now we'll bring up a 3rd down and 7. We talked about the size of Bennington, too, in the beginning of this contest. Up on that offensive line, they go 6'2", 215, 5'9", 305, 6'8", 400. But Bennington does not run this ball downhill. We saw him last year in 8-man action. It worked on those sweeps. Here against this Valley Heights defense, not so much. Mustangs have a 3-down lineman now here. Look at pressure comes off the outside on a 3rd down and 7. Rudenbeek takes this one, looks left, swings left, finds a man on the flat. That's going to be Lorenzo McVeigh. McVeigh picks up, I believe, enough for a 1st down and 1. So on a 3rd down and 7, I believe McVeigh is going to pick up right at 7 for McVeigh's second catch of the day. We mentioned it at the first half recap that Lorenzo McVeigh took the first play of the game, 19 yards around the edge, but they did not target him but one other time in that in that first half. His first catch here of the second gives Bennington their first down of the second half. Trips right side. It's going to be a draw up the middle now to Gillett. Gillett gets down the left side across the 50, across the 40, cut down there on the Valley Heights sideline by Royce Ekstrom, saving a touchdown. But it is going to be a pickup of, we're going to call it just about 20 yards. From the 41 down to the opposite 40. So technically it's going to be 42-yard line is where it's going to be at. So an 18-yard pickup there by Gillett on his longest run of the night by far. Longest or second longest play by Bennington all night. Some confusion in the backfield here is the quarterback. I don't even think he knows what play they're running. They're now in shotgun formation. Valley Heights bringing blitz up the middle. In the gun will be Rosenbeek. To his left is Gillett. Getting close to a delay of game. Run up the middle, though, as Gillett's going to power ahead into the chest of the Valley Heights defense. Now in there for the Mustangs. Stepping in there, getting that tackle, Gavin Crowder along with Logan Gray. I believe, too, in on that one, James Bolkin from his linebacker position making an impact there. So 5-yard run there by Gillett. Back-to-back positive games now for Bennington as they look to just get on the scoreboard here in the second half. Mustangs put all their points up into the first quarter. They really controlled the ball there in the second. Made the comment, didn't have the time on possession, but I think they had about a 4-minute possession there at one point in the second quarter, one that led to a failed fourth down at the end zone.
Picks up a couple more.
Gillett's going to dive forward on the halfback dive again for, after the 5-yard run, for about 2, I think they're going to give it to him. So it's been all Logan Gillett so far here in this second half for the Bennington Bulldogs, the 5'11", 235 bruising senior. As again, another kid with size for Bennington, but finally seeing them just run this ball right at Valley Heights. Mustang defense has been strong all season before mentioned. They're only allowing 17.5 points per game this year. Now it's going to be a run right side as Rosenbeek tries to get the edge. He does get the edge around Dummerman. Now Rosenbeek down the sideline. 10-5 touchdown Bennington on the 37-yard touchdown quarterback run by Paige Rosenbeek. So Bennington finally gets on the board here in the second half at the 8:33 mark in this third quarter. A 34-yard touchdown run by number 30, Paige Rosenbeek. Rosenbeek will put the Bulldogs on the board. 27-6 now is our score. Rosenbeek is a little option play in the middle, just read that corner king. Dummermuth got sucked too far inside. Rosenbeek found that edge and took it down the near sideline. 2-point conversion now in the gun. Spread formation for Bennington in the backfield. It will be Gillett. Going to be a swing pass left. Nope. Rosenbeek's going to try and get it. It's going to be picked off at the end zone. So 2-point conversion, no good, keeping this contest at 27-6. But Bennington finally does get on the board now on that 34-yard touchdown run by quarterback Paige Rosenbeek. 27-6 is our score. You're listening to the Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week on FM 95.5. We're back after this word from our sponsors.
The Blue Rapids Mercantile is layered with collectibles, everyday household items, and great finds that bring back memories. Stop in at the Sunflower Speckled Building along the highway in Blue Rapids and soothe that antiquing itch. Always homemade toffee, peanut brittle, sweetbreads, and more available year-round, along with a wonderful assortment of Harmony Hills jams and jellies with many great gift ideas for any size budget. With reasonably priced items, you can enjoy your treasures and come back anytime to the Blue Rapids Mercantile.
Mustang Motors in Blue Rapids wants to get you into a new ride today. Whether it be a car, van, truck, SUV, or even a new Hi-Sun side-by-side, Colby has it. And if it's not on the lot, they can find it. With easy financing options available and a warranty on everything that leaves the lot, you'll feel confident in your choice with Mustang Motors. Check them out online at MustangMotorsKS.com or stop by and check out what's on the lot in Blue Rapids. Mustang Motors, right on the highway, always right on the price.
This is Thad Argenbright with Performance Ag in Waterville, your Pioneer dealer. Our vision at Performance Ag is to deliver to you the very best in seed genetics from Pioneer, along with the best in service, which includes on-site seed treatment, direct delivery, and tender use. Call me, Thad Argenbright, at 785-313-3064 and find out why. With Pioneer from Performance Ag, you get more than a bag of seed.
Back to return, it is Jaden D. Walt and Royce, it's going to be Royce Ekstrom and Kane Dummermuth back to return this one as Valley Heights has hand teams up close to the line. It's going to be a little squib kick. Taking this one will be Brady D. Walt near side. He's going to be clocked after about a 3 or 4 yard return. Good job by the Bennington kick return team, not allowing younger brother to get open on that one. Was looking for a little excitement from the kickoff team tonight from the Mustangs. Logan Gray and Jaden DeWalt, dangerous returners so far this year. Of course, DeWalt, 2 kickoff return touchdowns last year. He already has 4 returns for 127 yards. That's 31 yards per return. But Logan Gray, a kickoff return for a touchdown a couple weeks ago, 86 yards. So 2 explosive players back there for the Mustangs. Don't get a chance to touch the ball, but they will here offensively on their first possession of this second half. Shanks under center. It's going to be a trap play. Dummermuth right side. Dummermuth's got space across the 50 up to or into Bennington territory from the 37 to about the 48-yard line. Quick play here from the Mustangs again as they pick up a 15 yards there for Caden Dummermuth. His first rush of the night as Mustangs quickly back to the line. DeWalt power play, right side sweep. DeWalt trying to get open, gets it back, now looks to the outside, gets across the 30, and that's where he's going to be driven out of bounds. And a late hit flag now on Bennington as DeWalt was driven well out of bounds. From the 47 all the way down, I think they're going to call it to the 27, so a 27-yard run there, or a 20-yard run, by Jaden DeWalt on his first touch of the second half. They're going to add on to it, too, as well, as Bennington's going to get a late hit over on that far Mustang sideline. Their third penalty here tonight. Mustangs had a late hit, too, in that second quarter on Bennington quarterback Paige Rosenbeek. Mustangs now in action here deep inside Bennington territory as they look to add on to this big Mustangs lead. Ball will be at, we're going to call it about the 14-yard line now. So within 2 plays, Mustangs within striking distance inside the red zone. It's going to be a powered left side running up the middle down to the goal line, close to a touchdown. From we're done the 17 down to the 5 as getting a run there. Didn't recognize that number. It's going to be big number 44 coming in there. James Bolkin getting a rush for the Mustangs, picking up, we're going to call it about 8 yards there on that run. Now quickly to the line again, inside for DeWalt, and he is in with the 2-yard touchdown scramper. A 2-yard touchdown run by Jaden DeWalt answers back that Bennington touchdown, making it 33-6 here at the 7:22 mark in this third quarter. I was going to make a comment before Valley Heights started this drive. Will head coach Cody Trimble take his time or continue to put the foot on the gas? That's about as far down on the accelerator as you can get it as Mustangs go 4 plays, just about 60 yards for the touchdown. Royce Ekstrom will be in for the extra point now. Already so far tonight, 2 for 3, gets this one up and away. Blitz the upright is good, making it 34-6 as the Mustangs answer back that Bennington touchdown with a long touchdown drive of their own. You're listening to the Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week on FM 95.5. We're going to take a break. We'll be back for more third quarter action as Mustangs lead Bennington Bulldogs 34-6.
It takes a lot of know-how to run an ag business right. One of the most important things is choosing the right financial partner. That's why so many producers work with us. When it comes to agriculture, you can count on our experience. For land appraisal and more, you can talk to us. We're local, and we're here to help you grow. Citizens State Bank, Marysville, Waterville, and Hanover. Member FDIC.
Valley Heights Mustangs did a good job of picking up that phone when the call was made. Bennington took their first drive of the second half down and scored there for their first score of the game on a 34-yard touchdown run by quarterback Paige Rodenbeek. Mustangs answered back with a drive of their own, capped it off with a 2-yard touchdown run by Jaden DeWalt, his third so far on the night, but a big run there by the Mustangs too as James Bolkin got in there at fullback for the Mustangs, picked himself up 8 yards on a fullback dive. Good to see the Mustangs get some other people involved here. It's going to be a little squib kick taken up near side by, that's going to be Isaiah Garrett. Garrett trying to break one tackle, can't break a second one as a group of Mustangs there to bring down the returner, including DeWalt and Crowder. 34-6 is our score, 7:17 left to play here in this contest. Reminder football does not end on a Friday night, as the KU Jayhawks will be on the air tomorrow at about 6:30 p.m. as they will be down in Tempe, Arizona, trying to get back on the winning streak against TVL foe Arizona State. K-State is off this week. They will be back next week at Colorado for a highly anticipated reinvigoration, whatever that word is, of a Big 12 matchup between K-State and Colorado. KU's off next week, so flipping there for the Kansas teams. Rodenbeek in the backfield now to his right. It will be Logan Gillett, as it has been all night. Big communication or miscommunication by Bennington on their sideline is going to force Bennington to take their first time out of the half. We're going to take a 30-second break, too, as well. Valley Heights Mustangs leading the Bennington Bulldogs 34-6.
Looking for a spot to refuel you or the whole team? Make the Route 77 Corner Store your ultimate pit stop. From Hunt Brothers Pizza and soft serve ice cream in Blue Rapids to hand-breaded fried chicken and fish in Waterville, fountain drinks, snacks, and sweet treats. Save on fuel with the Dino Pay app every time you hit the road. To take a break or stay on the go, let the Route 77 Corner Stores of Blue Rapids and Waterville fuel you up for your next road trip.
In their first season back in 11-man action in 8 years, the Bennington Bulldogs winless on the season and trailing Valley Heights big here in the third quarter. Schedule lightens up a little bit for the Bulldogs after this contest. They will be at Sacred Heart, but then they get a 3-1 Inman team in Week 7 before a winless Harrington team in Week 8. Valley Heights has that Harrington squad next Friday in their senior night. Last home game for the Mustangs next Friday. Deep shot's going to be taken by Bennington. Isaiah Garrett, left side, incomplete. In between Roy Sackstrom and Jaden Dewalt. Dewalt's going to get the pass deflection, as that's the second time now. Bennington's taken a shot to the speedy Isaiah Garrett. 6'1", 150 junior, runs well, too, is their punt returner. Had an opportunity there, but good job by the DBs, by the Mustangs. Caden Dewalt on the first one of the night on that long shot. Excellent job to get back into play and break the pass up there, I think, midway through the second quarter. Bennington now second down and 10, ball on their own 35-yard line. Two receivers right side, tight end, tight left. In the shotgun, it is Rodenbeek. Gillett to his right. Fullback goes in motion, Lewandowski. It's going to be a run up the middle. Rodenbeek gets about one if he's lucky. And they're going to actually mark him for no gain on that one. So after the incompletion to come out here on this drive, Paige Rodenbeek, 0 on a second down and 10. Actually, they're going to give him 1, so we might as well do it 2 as well. Third down and 9 now from their own 36-yard line as clock ticks midway through this third quarter, 6:42 left to play. Mustangs have been excellent on third down conversions defensively so far here in this game. Bennington goes trips left side, single receiver right side. Rodenbeek in the shotgun. Gillett to his right. Line goes down. It's going to be a pass play left side, throwing across his body, finding Garrett. Garrett trying to break one tackle, does break one, gets close to the first down. Let's see where the side judge marks him on a third down and 9. Yep, they will give him enough for the first down. Wasn't by much, but Isaiah Garrett, shifty enough, did a good job of bouncing around the Valley Heights linebacker on that far side. Couldn't see completely, but I believe it was James Volkin. Valley Heights much more, how do I want to say this, run defense heavy. Load that box, stop the run, get some athletes out in space. Mustangs as a team have good speed, but every now and then you see them break free, as we saw with Paige Rodenbeek earlier in this quarter for that 34-yard touchdown scamper, making it 27-6. Rodenbeek in the shotgun, moving up front. We're not going to get a call. It's going to be a draw up the middle and buried in the backfield by the Mustang defense. That's big number 60, Gavin Crowder, coming up there for the 4-yard loss. As Gillett couldn't get his legs moving, Crowder was there before the handoff even got to the running back. Good instincts by the inside backer there. Loss of 3, actually. We're going to keep it at 4th. So it's going to be a 2nd down and 14 now, ball on the 42-yard line of Bennington, as Mustangs are very content to let this clock continue to click down until the 4th quarter. Rodenbeek in the backfield getting the play, sends out his receiver near side. That's going to be McVeigh. Set in tight, now goes across the formation. Running back in at personal protector. Valley Heights brings pressure far side, has a man far deep. Good job, though, by the Mustangs getting in there defensively again. That's going to be Caden Dummermuth and Everson Parker getting in there now at safety, as the Mustangs are going to start rotating some players in here, I'm sure, when the 3rd quarter finishes up. We're at the 4:21 mark here in the 3rd. Mustangs lead 34-6. 3rd down and 13 now here for the Bennington Bulldogs. Looking to keep this drive going. They have 1 first down on it, but are chewing up clock in favor of the Mustangs. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Running back to the right of Rodenbeek. Rodenbeek giving signals to his slot receiver. It's going to be McVeigh in the slot. It's going to be a swing pass out far side. Stop behind the line, but getting away from it was McVeigh. A little swing pass there for McVeigh. We're going to give him a pickup of 4 yard right to the original line of scrimmage, +1 on his 3rd catch of the night. And it looks like there's a Mustang down on that far sideline. Couldn't tell who it was, as all the Valley Heights Mustang faithful go to a knee over on that far sideline. We're going to take a timeout, too, as well. Mustangs leading this one 34-6 with 4 minutes left to play here in this 3rd quarter. We're back to our Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week after this break.
Landall in Marysville is invested in their team, facilities, products, customers, community, future, and excellence. For over 60 years, a family-owned company focusing on quality workmanship products and employees. Congratulating their team members with their loyalty and hard work that's paid off with a 12-year profit-sharing average of 12.42%. Thanks for all you do in making Landall Company stand out above the rest. Employment opportunities available. Go online at landall.com/careers. EEO Vets and Disability, welcome.
So a short break on an injury is always a good thing to be seen, but not good for the Valley Heights Mustang as leader of this defense. And a big linebacker, Gavin Crowder, was the one that was slow to get up. He was helped to the sideline by 2 coaches, did walk off under his own power, but looks to be in some pain over there on that Valley Heights sideline. Tough kid, though, like we said, able to walk off under his own power. Good sign there. Hope the best there for Crowder. So it's going to be a fill-in now at linebacker for the Mustangs. Walking into that Mike position will be Charlie Waters, along with James Volkin back in there. It's going to be a punt now here from Garrett on Bennington's second possession here of the 2nd. Returning it is Ekstrom, trying to catch this outside. Ooh, he had a lane. If he wasn't tackled there by the Bennington kick return team, good job there getting a touchdown-saving tackle by Lorenzo McVeigh, as the Mustangs will now take over at the 27, leading 34-6 here through this 3rd quarter. Good reminder time here. If you're not doing anything tomorrow, swing on down to Blue Rapids. The Blue Rapids Road Ramble will be kicking off registration 8 a.m. at the Community Center building along the square. Bring your ATVs, UTVs, and riding partners for a fun ride throughout Marshall County country. I think even a little bit of Riley County maybe slipping in there too as well. But they had a great turnout with that last year. Looking forward to another big Blue Rapids Road Ramble again tomorrow. Happening. Registration starts at 8 a.m. Here's a run by DeWalt. Nope, that's going to be Ekstrom up the middle. Nope, that's DeWalt. Let me switch it around. DeWalt's gone from the word go. That's going to be a 50, 60, 70, 73-yard touchdown by Jaden DeWalt, as once he hit that open field, that man was gone. His 4th touchdown here so far tonight, and the Mustangs continue to pour it on 40-6. on the 73-yard touchdown run by Jaden D. Walt. Takes him about 4 minutes a pop to get into the end zone, exactly 4 minutes from his last touchdown in that third quarter. Royce Ekstrom now on for the extra point. Ekstrom puts it up, puts it through the middle, and that one is no good. I must not have very good eyesight because I think they keep going through. But Ekstrom, second missed extra point, will keep our score at 40-6 after the big run by senior Jaden D. Walt. We're going to take a break. Back here after this on your Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week as the Valley Heights Mustangs handling the Bennington Bulldogs 40-6, almost through the third quarter.
Sapp Brothers Petroleum works hard to be there for you when it matters most. Their goal is simple: to be your number one source of propane, lubricants, and extreme premium diesel fuel. And they'll reach that goal by treating you like family and giving you service that makes you want to come back. Proudly serving Kansas with locations at Blue Rapids and Hanover, Sapp Brothers thanks all of their current customers. If you're not a current customer, call the winning team at Sapp Brothers locations in Blue Rapids and Hanover today for all of your propane and fuel needs.
Donut Day is coming! Donut Day? What's that? Free donuts for Blue Valley customers.
October is National Cooperative Month, and Blue Valley Technologies is here to celebrate. Swing by on Friday, October 25th, before work or school for donuts, coffee, and hot apple cider. Drive through our west parking lot from 7 to 10 a.m. The first 25 people through get a free stocking hat.
Other various prizes are available.
It has been all Valley Heights Mustangs and all Jaden D. Walt here in this contest. Unofficially, so far here tonight, Jaden D. Walt, 11 carries, 214 yards, and 4 touchdowns to go along with it. He is averaging just under, all unofficial, 20 yards per carry. He just ripped off his longest run, maybe of the season, with a 73-yard touchdown run here in the third quarter, making this score 40-6. D-Walt started the game off with the first 2 touchdowns of the first half. He now has the first 2 touchdowns of the second half for the Valley Heights Mustangs. Under center now, quarterback goes. We're going to have a switch as Rodenbrink moves to the backfield, and he's going to be buried for a 5-yard loss. Mustang defense there. Linebacker coming up, Charlie Waters, the sophomore, big tackle there, as new quarterback in for Bennington. It will be number 2, Logan Gillett, as those two just switched possessions for one play. But a big loss there by Rosenbeek. I think they're going to call it a 2nd down and 14 now. So, yes, the loss of 4 yards there as Charlie Waters back again in the backfield causing havoc. The Mustangs have been all night long. So Rodenbeek's going to move more to your slot man. Now under center taking snaps, Logan Gillett, the 5'11", 235 senior. Pounder bruiser up the middle, hounds this one off to Lorenzo McVeigh. Picks up about 2 after the 4-yard loss on first down. McVeigh's third rush of this evening. First one here in the second half brings up now a 3rd down and 12 with 2:14 left to play in this third quarter. Been keeping an eye on that Mustang sidelines. Gavin Crowder still sitting over there on the bench looking at something, believe, in the lower leg, but good to see him at least back under his own power. Took a little hit there early on, last drive for Bennington. But looking good. Don't want to lose him here halfway through this season. Back to pass now will be Gillett as he looks left. Pass will be incomplete. And now we're going to have a late flag thrown on Bennington. It's going to be a personal foul committed by Jackson Kidd. Whenever you call one of the offensive linemen's name, it's never a good sign. And he went plowing into Waters there well after the play was done. So this shouldn't take too much conversation. We got 3 flags out there, 3 officials. They've been doing a great job here so far tonight. This has been a physical game that hasn't got out of hand by any means so far here in this one. Conversation taking a long time as I think they're debating on whether the play was dead or not. Several flags. Kid came from the blind side of Warriors there, put him on his butt. What's the white hat call? It is going to be a personal foul on the Bulldogs. That's their fourth accepted penalty so far here tonight, as that will march them back. And again, that was on a 3rd down and 12. Incomplete pass will now move it to a 4th down and about 3 country miles, I think. 4th down, and what are we going to call it here? About 25? I'm not even going to try and do the math. I'll let the announcers do that one on the scoreboard as they keep marking this ball back. Bennington was up at about their own 35-yard line. Now they're all the way back at their own 17-yard line on a 4th and 4 ever. Isaiah Garrett will be back to punt for the Bulldogs. Standing at the 50 will be Royce Ekstrom. Dangerous returner for the Mustangs, looking to get his hands on one here. Increase this lead. Darn near blocked again. Mustangs already have one here tonight, as breaking through the line was Tristan Pearson. Ball goes out of bounds at about the 45-yard line, and that's where Mustangs will get this drive started. It's been a dominating effort here by Valley Heights so far here tonight. If you've been tuning in since the beginning, a lot of names have been called. I mentioned that, I think, at the very first game we did, the Centralia Valley Heights game of the year. I said this Valley Heights team, I think, has more depth than they did last year, especially on the defensive side, and we've seen it so far here tonight. We're not trying to give an announcer's jinx by any means, but if Mustangs are able to hold on here, this will be the lowest scoring affair, or the least amount of points that Valley Heights has allowed all year, which is 6. Mustangs do take a timeout here to talk over this offensive possession. We're actually going to keep it right here because with 1:32 left to play in this 3rd quarter, when you're leading by 35, Cody Trimble might have something coming up his sleeve when we come out of halftime, so we don't want to miss that. But this is a good opportunity for me to tell you where we will be at next week. We're going to be back at the 8-man level. We're going to be over at Frankfort as the Frankfort Wildcats host TVL foe Blue Valley Rams for a homecoming contest there for the Wildcats. Blue Valley, I don't want to say a surprise team, but I think a better team than a lot of people thought going into this year. Of course, Frankfort coming off that loss 2 weeks ago to Hanover comes up with the big win tonight over Thunder Ridge. But always excitement around homecoming next week for the Wildcats. So stay tuned next Friday, the Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week, as we'll have the Frankfort Homecoming Contest versus Blue Valley. Out of the timeout, still confusion from this Mustang offense here as they got the play call in. And I think what we're going to go through here is a wholesale change offensively. Now under center, it will be Everson Parker for the Mustangs. Number 12 takes the handoff, gives it near side here, trying to break one tackle. Does, then gets ripped down. I believe taking that handoff was number 20, Aiden Unruh. So Unruh gets his second rush of the night, picks up 3 yards on that one. So wholesale change for the Mustangs offensively. We'll try and pick those out here as we go along. Everson Parker under center now for Valley Heights. At fullback, James Bolkin, and in the backfield it will be Aiden Unruh. It's going to be a fake left side. Parker's going to get swarmed at the line of scrimmage. Might have been a miscommunication there. Running back and fullback went to the right. Parker went to the left, and Parker's just going to have to eat that one on his first run of the night. A 1-yard loss. We'll bring up now a 3rd down and about 8 to go on the Bennington 40-yard line. And that's exactly what Parker's saying here. He was talking, his motion was swing to the left. Everyone else went to the right. A little miscommunication will happen at this stage in the contest with the new quarterback in there. Clock continuing to roll. 15 seconds left here to go. Valley Heights still at the line of scrimmage. We're going to see if they're going to run one more here as clock goes under 10. They are lining up. Parker under center, 2 fullbacks, and a running back is Unruh. Going to be a give to the second man through. Kane Dummerman is going to get this one. He's going to be dropped for a 2-yard loss. So we're going to bring up a 4th down and 10 when we come back from this quarter break. Through 3 quarters of play, it has been all Valley Heights Mustangs as they lead 40-6. You're listening to the Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week. Dr. Brittany and Dr. Zach are your number 1 rated dentist in Northeast Kansas. Go to MarysvilleDentalCare.com to book your visit and receive the dental care you deserve. We'll be back after this break on KNDY FM 95.5.
At the beginning of every crop year, you get only one chance to get it right. Start your season off with a seed you can trust. Plant DeKalb Asgrow. They have a full range of products that have proven themselves year after year. Parker Seed can provide the right seed for your environmental conditions. There's no room for error. Call Parker Seed to start your season off right. When you call Todd Parker, he'll put his knowledge and experience to work to help you make the right choices. Call today, 562-6687. That's 562-6687.
If it's after the game or ringing in the weekend, let Jocks in Waterville be the spot to grab a cold one with your favorite crowd. Catch your favorite team on game days, including K-State, KU, and the Valley Heights Mustangs. Still located on the south side of Main Street in Waterville. Open Monday through Saturday, 2 until 9. Stop in and find a place where you're always welcome. Cheers. We'll see you at Jocks, a proud supporter of Valley Heights activities. Go Mustangs.
Mustangs came out firing on the 4th down and 8. That's going to be the first non-successful 4th down play for the Mustangs here today. Everson Parker was looking near side here for his receiver, Wyatt Dummermuth, getting some playing time now for the Mustangs. So we do have some wholesale changes. I'll try and catch everyone's name here while we got a second. Defensively for the Mustangs, A. Nunner is going to be now at cornerback. Everson Parker back there at safety along with Brady DeWalt. Hayden Dummermuth is going to stay in there on the far side corner. Linebackers still again will be James Bolkin and Charlie Warders. Also in there is number 32, Wyatt Dummermuth. His first playing time here tonight. Looks like defensive line is about the same for the Mustangs as they're getting started. Looking at that line, yes, it is Argenbright, Stryker, Smith, and Pearson up there for the Mustangs. Bennington can't get their play call in time. They're going to take a timeout. We're going to take a 30-second with them here. Mustangs lead 40-6 on your Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week.
What is shining like that?
Oh, it's just my teeth.
Whoa, how'd you get them so white?
It's easy. I go to Gray Family Dental. They've been serving Northeast Kansas for over 19 years and have locations in Marysville, Blue Rapids, and Frankfort. With all that experience, they really know what they're doing.
Really? They sound amazing.
They sure are. Remember, if you want the whitest teeth in the business from a local employer who supports your schools and community, go to Gray Family Dental. Schedule your appointment by calling 562-5323 today.
A few scoring updates to pass along for you real quick. Troy leads Doniphan West at halftime, 41-0. Clifton Clyde takes Washington County 48-0. Axtell was victorious over Wakefield earlier tonight, 50-0, and Frankfort over Thunder Ridge, 54-6. Over on our sister station, AM 1570 FM 94.1, the Marysville Bulldogs in a tight one with the Abilene Cowboys. Last check 20 minutes ago, that game was 14-14 at the end of 3. Marysville State ranked and undefeated. Might want to swing on over to that one. Check out Bruce Dierking in an excellent matchup over there. Here in this one, it's been all Mustangs since the get-go and continues to be, as running around the right side, it's Logan Gillett. Will actually lose about 2 or 3 there. So now a 3rd down and about 12 to go for this Mustang defense, getting some different bodies in here in the second half. I know talking to head coach Cody Trimble throughout the years, and that's important to get that experience in for those guys. Again, you can hear our conversations with head coach Cody Trimble every Thursday at about 5:20 following evening sports for the KNDY Valley Heights Coaches Corner program. Blitz up the middle, swing at far side, near side. Missed tackle in the backfield will be broken by Paige Rodenbeek, So quarterback moves to wide receiver now. Picks up a 3 back to the original line of scrimmage. Now 4th down and 10 for Bennington. Screaming in there like a missile was number 32, Wyatt Dummermuth. The freshman had an opportunity to make a tackle for loss, but just got shook. Valley Heights defense still comes in good as a group effort to hold Rosenbeek to a no gain. Brady Dewalt will be back to return this punt. Rosenbeek will send it off for Bennington. Valley Heights already one punt block here tonight, looking for their second. It's going to be a high snap. Rosenbeek gets it high into the air. That one's going to travel about 15 yards and bounce up right there at the 43-yard line for the Mustangs, where Valley Heights will get their possession started here. Just past the 9:30 mark in this fourth quarter. Max Blasky along with you here this evening. Thank you all for tuning in back home. It was a fun trip back down here to Bennington. First time here in this town. Had a good opportunity to stop by, meet some locals early on. Had some good food too as well. Of course, it's always great to see the Valley Heights faithful travel down here. But if you didn't make the trip and you're listening in on KNDY, it's what we do it for, and we appreciate you listening in. Emerson Parker will be back at quarterback now as Max Shank's day is done. Shanks was very effective in this one. Let's see here. 3 for 4 passing, 76 yards, and a touchdown on the ground. He has 2 rushes for -3. One of those sacks, though, it did save an interception. Aiden Unruh is going to get his third run of the night on a 1st down and 10, pick himself up about 5 yards. Unruh burst onto the scenes in this contest. Jane Dewalt started this game off with 2 rushing touchdowns within the first 5 minutes of this game. And then at the 4-minute mark, Unruh broke off a 48-yard touchdown run, making this contest 20-0. And I think at that point, we all kind of thought this could get ugly pretty quickly, and it has. 40-6 is our score. Second man through is going to get this for the Mustangs. It's going to be Unruh again as he keeps those legs churning, but a pickup of probably 1 on that one will bring up a 3rd down and 6 now for Valley Heights, just short of midfield. Ball at their own 47-yard line, looking to keep this clock rolling. Senior night matchup next Friday for the Mustangs. That will be versus Harrington. As for these Bennington Bulldogs, they will try and get their first win of the year next Friday versus Sacred Heart. That's going to be a game down at Salina. Sweep left side. Unruh's going to try and catch the edge, get on by the defense, but Unruh catches the edge, gets the 1st down across the 50, takes a lick. Unruh over there on the far side, he might have given the blown on that one as Rodenbeek comes up and hits Unruh hard. Unruh, though, down a little bit on that Valley Heights sideline on a 3rd down and 6, picked himself up 10. Hard run, too, by Aiden Unruh as he got around the defensive end for Bennington, Logan Gillett, who had him dead to his right in the backfield. Unruh got around him, turned upfield sharply, got the 1st down, but took the blunt of that hit and is still down on that far sideline. We're going to take a timeout. Mustangs leading 40-6. We'll check on the status of Unruh when we come back.
Danes Automotive and Tire in Waterville and Marysville is your reliable automotive repair shop. Servicing engines and transmissions, ACs, radiators, exhaust, and diagnostic checks. Did you know Danes does tires? Carrying all major brands and sizes from trucks, ATVs, trailer, and farm implements, Danes Automotive and Tire has you covered. With over 85 years combined experience, your locally owned and trusted repair and tire shop is Danes Automotive and Tire in Waterville and Marysville.
Unruh up and walking after taking that hit. More than likely got the wind knocked out of him pretty good. Standing over there on the sideline looking good, though. Of course, Valley Heights lost Gavin Crowder earlier in this contest to an injury, too, as well. He's been sitting over on the sideline for most of this second half. And coming out of the injury timeout, Valley Heights wants to take themselves a timeout, too, as well. So, you know what, we'll take it with them, too, as well. Mustangs leading 40-6 here on the Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week.
Get the good stuff.
Superior quality at competitive prices. It's right around the corner at your Napa Auto Parts store, Blue Rapids Auto and Hardware. Napa has over 310,000 parts and accessories for auto, truck, farm, and small engines. Plus, all Napa brand parts are backed by a national warranty program. Need answers or advice? Just ask the friendly parts professionals at Napa at Blue Rapids Auto and Hardware. They're ready to help.
Get the good stuff.
Quality you can trust at prices you can afford at Napa Auto Parts, Blue Rapids Auto and Hardware.
One to pass along, one note real quick with the Blue Rapids Road Ramble tomorrow. I was saying 8 o'clock was registration earlier. 8:30 is actually registration. If you get down to Blue Rapids anywhere between 8:30 and 11 o'clock can certainly get you signed up for that one. Again, Blue Rapids Road Ramble tomorrow going on in Blue Rapids. Tour of the Marshall County, Riley County countryside. It's always a fun time and growing too as well. So get on down if you're looking for something to do on a Saturday. 1st and 10 now for the Mustangs from the Bennington 43-yard line. It's going to be a run up the middle with big fullback James Volkin. Volkin's going to rumble forward for a pickup of about 8 or 9 yards. Had an 8-yard run in that third quarter. Will be another 8-yard run here for Volkin in this one. Didn't want to pass along one other note, too, as well, courtesy of our friend Jeff Wirtz over at the TVL Sports Spotlight. We've hinted at the Axtell win earlier today, 44 straight now for the Eagles under head coach Eric Detweiler. But in that 50-0 win over Wakefield, Axtell possessed the ball 1 minute, 55 seconds. They scored 50 points in 1 minute and 55 seconds. Got a chance to see him last year here as Volkin rumbles forward for a pickup of 10 and a first down. To finish that thought, I got to see Axtell the last 2 years in the state championship game. And I tell you what, if you haven't went up to see the Eagles, you get a load of them. That is a powerful team and a smart team, too, as well. We're going to have probably the game of the year later on this year coming up in just a few weeks, as in week number 7, Hanover makes the trip over to Axtell. That's going to be our KNDY FM game of the week on the 18th. And then the following week, a matchup of last year's sub-state matchup between Frankfort and Axtell in week 8. So the last 2 weeks of the season, if you want to hear some good 8-man football, stay tuned right here to FM at 95.5. Parker under shotgun here from the 19-yard line, looking to get inside. He's going to be driven back by a bevy of Bennington Bulldogs. 28. Stop there made by Cole Casper. They're actually going to get forward momentum to Parker on that run. Pickup of, we're going to call it 2, so second down now and 8. Clock rolling, under 6 minutes left to play here in this contest. It's all been Valley Heights as they jumped out to a 6-0 lead early on a 45-yard touchdown run by Jane DeWalt. He answered that with a 32-yard touchdown run. Not to be outdone, A. Nunru pitched in a 48-yard touchdown run, and Max Shanks found Royce Ekstrom for a 26-yard touchdown in that first half, making it 27-0 at halftime, and the Mustangs never looked back in this one. A little end-around run now for Brady Trimble will be a gain of nothing. Why did I say Trimble? Because I meant DeWalt on that one. That is my apologies. Brady DeWalt getting the run there for no gain. When you talk to a Cody Trimble for Coach's Corner, you also talk to a Tony Trimble for Coach's Corner. You see a Brady Trimble reffing sometimes too as well. Sometimes gets those names mixed up. DeWalt running nothing now, 3rd down and 8. Under 5 minutes here to go in this contest. Everson Parker fumbles the snap left side, dives on it, saving the possession for the Mustangs. Second team offense here. Obviously not running near as smooth as the first team, but an opportunity to get some playing time nonetheless with this 34-point lead for the Mustangs. And out will trot number 23, Royce Ekstrom. Ball is at the 18-yard line here for Ekstrom. So this is going to be a 35-yard field goal attempt for number 23. Brady DeWalt will be the holder. 35 yards for Ekstrom. 0 for 1 so far tonight. This gets this one off into the night air, and it is good from 35 yards. Field goal is good at the 3:58 mark here in this fourth quarter, making our score 43-6. We're going to take one more timeout as we wind down to the bottom of this broadcast. You're listening to the Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week on FM 95.5.
Get ready to ride with the Blue Rapids Road Ramble Saturday, October 5th. A breakfast served at the Blue Rapids Community Center kicks off the day at 8 a.m. with registration open until 10:30. All riders leave the square at 11 with a free will donation chili and cinnamon roll supper open to the public at the fairgrounds starting at 5 p.m. brought to you by the Blue Rapids Community Action Team. Amazing prizes and a 50-50 raffle to top off the day. Find the Blue Rapids Road Ramble on Facebook for all the information. Grab your riding partner, side-by-side, or ATV and ride the countryside with the Blue Rapids Road Ramble October 5th.
Outstanding capacity, innovation, and the industry's highest density come together in a New Holland roll belt round baler, available from KNDY in Marysville. Whether you make 4x5 foot, 4x6 foot, or 5x6 foot bales, there's a roll belt right for you. All models feature wide, durable pickups and smooth feeding systems for faster baling. Integrated precision solutions help you make smart baling decisions on the go. Stop by KNDY in Marysville.
A reminder that all season long, if you want to listen back to this or any of our KNDY broadcasts, they will be available at KNDYradio.com. Underneath the podcast tab, you can go back and listen to not only this year's, but last year's too as well. If you want to go back 3 or 4 years, they're all on there too as well at KNDYradio.com. Ball's out on the kickoff for Bennington. Believe it's going to be corralled by the Mustangs. Coming out of there with that ball will be the Valley Heights Mustangs. Flying around, coming away with it too, will be Wyatt Dummermuth as Valley Heights forces a turnover on the kickoff. So add insult to injury here. Bennington couldn't control that kickoff to begin with, kind of squibbed in front of Lorenzo McVeigh. He picked it up, tried to make something out of nothing, and ended up getting probably less than something anyway. As he fumbled that one, it gave it away right back to the Mustang. Cody Trimble is going to elect to take his third and final timeout of this game. We're going to keep it right here, though, as we're nearing the end point of this contest. 3:47 left to play. Mustangs lead 43-6. If you're just tuning in, Valley Heights jumped out 27-0 at the end of the first quarter and have held that since the beginning. Bennington got a touchdown on their first drive of the third quarter, making it 27-6, but a 2-yard run by Jane DeWalt and then a 73-yard run by Jane DeWalt quickly made this contest 40-6. Just moments ago, Royce Ekstrom, a 35-yard field goal, giving us our score 43-6. But what a game for this Valley Heights running attack. Big name, obviously, after back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. Jaden DeWalt, 214 yards unofficially on the ground, only on 11 touches, 4 touchdowns to go along with that. Also, Logan Gray, after a 123-yard game last week, 17 yards on 3 touches. Aiden Unruh, 67 yards on 5 touches, including a 48-yard touchdown run. And just on cue, Caden Dummermuth and Everson Parker collide in the backfield. Ball is out. Turnover Mustangs. So a fumble now, all within the past 6 seconds at the 3:33 mark for Bennington. It was at the 3:31 mark for Valley Heights. I made this note earlier in the broadcast, thought I'd get to it in our pregame. The Valley Heights so far this year, before this one, only 1 turnover, and that turnover was late against Centralia when Valley Heights was driving to possibly win the contest. Now their second giveaway here this year through 4 weeks. Run up the middle now by McVeigh, has a seam into the secondary, tackled at the 40-yard line by Wyatt Dummermuth. A 16-yard pickup there by Lorenzo McVeigh. The speedy running back getting his 4th carry so far here tonight on the little halfback draw. Trying to add some life to this Bennington crowd that after halftime decided it was time to call it a night. It was homecoming here tonight. They did their festivities beforehand, probably for the best. McVeigh's going to get a second straight handoff now, pick up himself about 6 or 7 as it moves it up to the 40-yard line. Again, before I forget, a big thank you to our sponsors so far here tonight, including Blue Rapids Auto and Hardware, Danes Automotive, Jocks in Waterville, Gray Family Dental, Parker Seed, Blue Valley Technologies, Sapp Brothers Petroleum, Landau Company, Route 77 Corner Stores, Citizen State Bank, Performance Ag, Mustang Motors, the Blue Rapids Mercantile, Twin Valley Developmental Services, Cottage Hill Ag Supply, Waterville Housing Authority, Christy Anders Funeral Home, and Titan Manufacturing. Making this broadcast work here tonight. We appreciate all the support Mustangs have given us all season long. To be our last Mustang broadcast, unless we have a little run at some state football later on in the season. But not to be outdone either. Might have some Valley Heights Lady Volleyball on some state action later coming up. A little preview there possibly. The Lady Mustangs do an excellent job here, or have an excellent season so far here tonight. Freshman Brandon Johnson gets himself a 6-yard run, picks up the first down for Bennington. Now in the backfield after the high snap, McVeigh's going to be buried in the backfield by a group of Mustangs. Loss of 4 there for McVeigh as clock now rolls under 60 seconds. It's been a dominating contest for the Mustangs here, looking to close it out in the final 50. In the backfield now, Logan Gillett will take this snap, hands it off to McVeigh up the middle, tackled by the Mustangs defensive line, including in there now, big number 70. Don't have a 70 on my score sheet here. We'll have to get that for you some other time. McVeigh, a loss of no gain on that run. 3rd down and 13 now with 20 seconds left to go. Taking the snap in shotgun will be Gillett. Gillett hands it off to McVeigh. McVeigh running right, now cutting left, now back to the right. Will be chased down from behind by Ryler Shield. As the Mustangs are going to close this one out on that run. Bennington will not get the final play in, as your final score here is 43-6 as the Mustangs run away with this one from the beginning. We're going to take one timeout, tally up our stats and scores here, bring you final thoughts, recaps of our Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week as the Valley Heights Mustangs now pick up their 4th straight win as the Bennington Bulldogs now drop to 0-5 on the season. Again, your final score 43-6. We're back after this word from our sponsors.
At Sunflower Community Credit Union, we're proud to give back to our community through initiatives like Debit for a Difference, a program that provides local educators with grants for their classrooms, which helps them make a difference in our schools. Along with Save at School, an innovative way for students to learn the value of saving money. Kids can open their very own savings account, making financial education fun and accessible. Join Sunflower Community Credit Union in Marysville and become part of a financial family committed to your success and the success of our community.
To win in sports, you have to adapt your strategy as the game changes. The same is true of your investments. I'm Liz Warren, your Edward Jones financial advisor, and I can be your financial coach. We get to know you first, then figure out how to help you work towards your goals. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. Call 785-562-5533 today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Planning new construction? If it's an outbuilding, storage, home addition, or a new home, the pros at Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber will help you put together everything you need from start to finish. They can help you with your design with recommendations and cost estimates, helping you find the right product at the right price. And it's delivered free for you when you're ready when you shop local. Everything you need for your dream home or a simple shed is at Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber. Visit with them today.
Harvest is in full swing. The pressure's on. Every minute counts. Can you afford to wait for fuel? Kramer Oil understands the urgency of harvest. That's why we offer same-day fuel delivery. Our dedicated team is ready to refuel your operation when and where you need it most. From E10 to premium diesel, we've got you covered. Kramer Oil. Call 785-562-2466 to schedule your delivery today. That's 785-562-2466.
The Valley Heights Mustangs victorious in this one, 43-6. It was a dominating effort from the get-go. Valley Heights started this scoring 56 seconds into the contest on a 45-yard touchdown run by Jaden DeWalt. Two-point conversion, no good, making it 6-0. DeWalt got his second one of the game on a 32-yard touchdown run 3 minutes later. Extra point was good by Royce Ekstrom, 13-0. After a punt, another touchdown by the Mustangs as A. Nunru took his first touch of the night, 48 yards to the house. Ekstrom put in the extra point, making it 20-0. Mustangs blocked the punt on the next Bennington possession and answer back offensively as Max Shanks found Royce Ekstrom for a 26-yard touchdown strike. Ekstrom put in the extra point, making it 27-0, and that was all in the first quarter. We were scoreless through the second quarter. Bennington came out of halftime, took their opening drive down the field, punched it in on a 34-yard touchdown run by quarterback Paige Rodenbeek, making it 27-6 after the two-point conversion was no good, and that was all Bennington could muster here tonight. DeWalt answered back with a 2-yard touchdown run, his third touchdown of the night, making it 34-6 after the Royce Ekstrom extra point. On the Valley Heights' next possession after forcing a punt, DeWalt broke it open for a 73-yard touchdown run, making it 40-6 after the extra point. And to put the icing on the cake, Royce Ekstrom goes 1 for 2 from field goals. His lone make a 35-yard field goal with 3:58 to play in that fourth quarter, giving the Valley Heights Mustangs the 43-6 win, their fourth straight win, and starting 2-0 in district play over winless Bennington. Looking at our unofficial stats for the night, starting with Bennington, quarterback Paige Rodenbeek was 9 for 13, 52 yards through the air. On the ground, he was 9 rushes for 51 yards and that lone touchdown. Logan Gillett touched the ball 11 times on the ground for 34 yards. Lorenzo McVeigh, 7 touches for 32 yards. And late in the contest for his lone touch, Brandon Johnson on a 6-yard run. Receiving, Isaiah Garrett catches 4 passes for 28 yards, and Lorenzo McVeigh catches 3 catches for 13 yards. Cole Casper, an 11-yard catch, along with a 3-yard catch for Paige Rodenbeek late in that contest. As for the Valley Heights Mustangs, a lot of subs in that second half was good to see, starting with quarterback play, which was excellent tonight. Max Shanks through the air was 3 for 4, 76 yards and a touchdown pass. Also on the ground, he was 2 rushes for -3, but I said it before, that sack he took, he was going to throw a pick 6 on a little screenplay. Smart decision by the senior, took the sack, saved a possession for the Mustangs. Receiving in tonight, it was short on just those 3 completed passes for the Mustangs. Mustangs actually were 3 for 5 tonight as Everson Parker was incomplete on his 1 pass. But Royce Ekstrom, 2 catches for 61 yards and that touchdown. King Dummermuth, the lone catch other than that for 15 yards. On the ground for the Mustangs, Logan Gray, 3 rushes, 17 yards. A. Nunru finishes with 5 rushes for 67 yards. Kane Dummermuth, 2 rushes for 13 yards. James Volkin, 3 rushes for 26 yards. Everson Parker gets 1 yard on 3 rushes. But the player of the night for the Mustangs was Jaden DeWalt. Unofficially, 214 rushing yards on 11 attempts, 4 touchdowns. That's just short of 20 yards per rush for the All-State running back for the Valley Heights Mustangs. Again, your final score, 43-6. We're going to take one more timeout, take a look at where these teams are heading next week, take a look at where we're heading next week, and close out this Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week broadcast right here on KNDY FM 95.5.
For the best in farming equipment with the service to back it, there is only one Bruna Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer. Since 1947, the staff at Bruna Implement Company works daily to provide the best parts and service when you need it, always dedicated to their customers. Bruna Implement Company has been family-owned for 3 generations, and they know what it takes to be successful as your area Case IH dealer. With locations in Marysville, Washington, Clay Center, Seneca, Hiawatha, and Humboldt, Nebraska. Stop by or give them a call today.
Whether you're buying, building, remodeling, or refinancing, your home is a major investment in your life. At United Bank and Trust, we understand how important it is to work with someone who cares. Our loan officers have the experience it takes to make the process a smooth one. Come in for a visit or start online by filling out a loan application at ubankonline.com in as little as 20 minutes. Mortgage lending with United Bank and Trust. It's banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hop in, let's go to Honeyman Ford in Seneca, the best place to be.
Skip the drive. Come see us right here in Marysville, Kansas. At Honeyman Auto Sales and Service, you will find the same honest sales experience backed by the same reliable service. With the same goals in mind, our Marysville location is sure to provide you with a satisfying vehicle experience. Find us on Facebook or stop in at 1122 Pony Express Highway today.
Have you driven a Honeyman Ford lately?
Stay informed with everything happening in the Twin Valley League this year with the TVL Rundown. Join me, Max Blasky, and TVL Sports Spotlight's Jeff Wirtz as we chat volleyball and football to basketball, track, and more. Catch the TVL Rundown every Wednesday during the 7 a.m. and noon news blocks on KNDY or listen back anytime at KNDYradio.com. Your go-to program for Twin Valley League sports is the TVL Rundown.
And Max Blasky back with you here on a Friday night. Valley Heights victorious 43-6 in this one over Bennington. Valley Heights now moves on to 4-1 on the season. They will be at home next week for their final home contest of the year. It's senior night for this big senior class for the Mustangs versus Harrington, another district opponent the next 2 weeks, as they will be on the road at Republic County on the 18th and at Marion on the 25th. As for Bennington, they now move to 0-5 on the year. They will be at Sacred Heart next week, then at home versus Inman, and then at home versus Harrington. Looking at district standings now, depending on how Republic County did tonight, Valley Heights might have a 2-game lead on their district. They came into this contest 1-0, Republic County 1-0, everyone else 0-1. Bennington loses and Sacred Heart and Harrington both lose. Along with Republic County, Mustangs might have a 2-game lead here in district play midway through this high school football season. Final thoughts and stats from this one. One I divvied up here real quick I wanted to make note of. We talked about the defense for the Mustangs all night. Not enough time to talk about everyone that did it, but the front seven for the Mustangs came out to play. They held Bennington. Now, Bennington is a passing team, but they held Bennington to 52 yards through the air and only 123 yards on the ground. Meanwhile, on the other side, Valley Heights only threw 5 passes. They got 76 yards through the air and unofficially 335 yards on the ground. Mustangs came in, did what they needed to do, come away with the big victory. We will be at Frankfort next Friday night, as before mentioned, the Wildcats hosting their homecoming versus Blue Valley. Frankfort coming off a nice win tonight, 54-6. Want to pass along a few other scores for you here before I let you go. Frankfort over Thunder Ridge tonight, 54-6. Hanover big over Blue Valley, 46-0. Axel, of course, wins 44 straight games in a row. They claim the 50-0 win over Wakefield. Valley Heights here victorious 43-6 over Bennington. Clifton Clyde over Washington County 48-0. And the Lynn Bulldogs victorious over St. John's Lloyd Tipton 34-13, while Centralia takes down Morrill Hill 52-0. Hadn't checked, but last check, it was a tight game over on our sister station, AM 1570, FM 94.1, as the Marysville Bulldogs and Abilene Cowboys were tied at 14 going into the third quarter. So if you want a little more football action, swing on over there, catch out Bruce Deerking. As for me here tonight, we're signing off with a Valley Heights win, 43-6 over the Bennington Bulldogs. This has been Max Blasky on KNDY Radio, our Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week. Again, thank you to all the sponsors that made this broadcast possible, but most importantly, thank you all out there that are listening, whether it's on the radio, on our app, or online, wherever you're listening. We do appreciate you. If not, I'd just be talking to myself, and no one likes that. Mustangs victorious 43-6 over Bennington. Signing off on a Friday night, Max Blasky. Everyone, please drive home safe, and we will see you next Friday night from Frankfort.
KNDY.